find your employer, who may or may not be located inside the confines of this ruined building's dungeon or cellar, as it is called when it is owned and habited. The question now comes to you. What will you do when you enter this extremely lavish, exuberantly posh... Who has a cellar with a two-directional staircase going down?
And like a fountain or a water fixture.
I mean, that makes sense if it's like a bunker and you want to have like fresh water available to keep it flowing. But the stairs are the real odd feature, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That is a lot of wasted space for no extra gain.
The rich. I knew that would be our enemy.
The rich.
Anyway, you're standing on top of a very pretty high location, Tanya. What do you want to do in this room? There appears to be a doorway over there. There appears to be a doorway down here.
Okay. Well, we should take cautions. We heard details of the bandits having goofy gizmos apparently.
What?
So that's what you said. Weird.
You
weird
gonna
goofy gizmos.
you gonna let us in?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you in, but okay.
Because you're like taking up the door.
Well, I would move. I can't move.
Meow.
You moved.
I did move.
Yeah, you moved to the left.
Well, yeah. Well, I do definitely move out of the way. What's going on?
Now you're over there.
The air down here is quite cool, and the light rain that is outside does seem to seep in through the doorway, since, you know, the rest of the house isn't available anymore to stop it.
Also, since we're here, I'm gonna segment this area right here so that it looks like it's like a glass wall where you can only see like an empty version of this room, but it doesn't actually affect the whole room, just this area.
Or we just close the door.
I mean, yeah, we close the door and I'll do that. So like if they look in, they won't see us.
Well, that is one hell of a trick. I would like to point out that since the illusion is on the door and not in this area, it is basically like a cartoon sheet that's hanging in front of the door.
Yeah, I imagine as much.
So it might fool them for like a moment, but not for long. All right.
A moment is all we need.
You're in a room filled with all kinds of boxes and barrels. Which is strange, because given how abandoned the building is, you'd think that all those things would have been stolen by now.
I'm gonna float over and look at these barrels.
Wait, I know what's going on. I know what's wrong now.
Hmm.
I'm for some reason Abigail.
Yeah, I was wondering why I was seeing it from Abigail.
Could you log in as the right character, Claire?
I did.
Try relogging, Claire.
All right, I'm gonna. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. All right.
Maybe I should assign you passwords and make them like 1, 2, 3, just so that you can't pick the wrong one.
Okay, there's me. I hear Pixie outside my room. Like,
Did you refresh the page, Claire?
Yes, I am. I'm logging in myself. So.
I'll take a second.
Yeah, just. Please don't. Please, I'm cool. Don't yell at me. I'm a professional VTuber.
No bully.
Every word you just said is a lie, Claire.
No.
Even I'm?
Yeah,
Wow.
she's good at lying.
I'm gonna go over here and examine. Oh, where'd Iceland go?
I kicked
What
them,
the
because
heck?
maybe that would fix Claire's problem.
Why would kicking me fix Claire?
Because you were both logged in as the same person. I figured if I kicked you,
But I was logged in as Zyla.
And now Target's in.
Oh, Bella.
Okay,
So the other
no.
person. Let me kick Bella, then.
Oh my
No.
god.
What's happening? Okay, so, hey, now Safi, everything's fixed now. I think I'm fine. I'm alive.
Well, they can come back in, I assume.
Holy crap!
Anyway, Abigail, you were inspecting the door.
I will be. Like, is it locked?
It's not locked, which is something that you generally figure out by jostling the handle.
Yeah, I do that much. I jiggle it to be like, oh, come on. Then I
Your ears
slowly.
probably perk for a moment because you do hear like some people on the other side of the door go.
Oh,
We're gonna get attacked before I even can log back into the game.
I'm in
You'll be
that boat
fine.
too.
Is there something stopping you from logging? Because it doesn't take that long.
I don't know. For some reason, it's just
Yeah,
saying
It actually took a
stream.
long time for me.
Okay, let's go try new. I'm gonna get rid of that.
Guess the old internet pixies just have difficulty going across the pond.
Yeah, how come it says I can log into Bella?
Because you
Oh,
can. Because you can
you're-
technically try
you're-
to log into anyone.
Yeah, but everyone else is grayed out except Bella and me.
I think it's because I wasn't in yet. I'm in now.
Ah.
Well, yeah, I can.
Maybe we can keep doing so as long as it's not a stat roll, because I have
Yeah.
like the game, it's just blank.
Yeah, it's, like I said, it took. I think Foundry's being weird, which also timing. Wow.
All right, so I'm gonna first.
What does everyone else do?
Well, I was looking at the barrels before I got booted out of the game.
The barrels smell strongly of salt as you approach some of them, as well as meat.
Salty
Typical
meat.
art.
Rich people food. Even though I know that's not, but, you know.
Salted pork is the meat of the masses.
Well, is there anything odd about the fountain other than it's just kind of a clean water supply? I guess for rich people.
If you roam and investigate, maybe you can investigate something.
All right, I will. I'll do it. I guess I can actually open my character sheet.
I have
Investigation.
skill in investigation.
You can also click your
You should
character and like a
investigate.
bar at the top appears with all the quick rolls. Should work,
Then
actually.
maybe the actual investigator with eyes should, because I have 0 in investigation.
I also know a lot about water.
Water fairy. What do you think of the water?
Water
I
wet.
know a lot about water. It's water.
You know, I wonder if importing the momentum mechanic might be a better system for this game. But hey, you take a look at the pool and discover that there's a bag hanging under the little fountain itself. So all the water that flows down creates this curtain that reflects most light because it's dark under there. Sort of like a two-sided mirror. But you see that little bag in there.
I am snapping that up.
It's a bag filled with goodies.
With what?
Goodies.
If I press
Okay, I
the
thought you said grease for a minute. I was like, what?
Dark bait breaks down the door.
okay. Oh,
Oh, with the grease.
how do I? Okay, so, okay, I can't do that. All right, gotcha. Unless I set myself as a loot bag character. Inside is a variety of traveling things. Oh, I see.
I
Doesn't
found
wanna.
stuff.
That you did.
Goodies.
There appears to be like several sets of spare clothing in there, a variety of potions of all sorts. It's all going put into your loot sheet, by the way.
But I'm looking it over.
And like 4 sets of traveling clothes.
Well,
An acorn?
A tiny enduring acorn. How's that?
Provides HD depending on potency.
Yes, those are hit dice for your short rests or other things.
where's the loot sheet thingy again?
It's under
It's in
I
our
see it.
party.
I just saw. Yeah, I just saw the loot bag.
Amazing eyes on Claire. As you do this, Abigail, a sword pokes through one of the cracks in the door.
Yeah.
Oh wait, excuse me. That's not how it's supposed to go. Let me see if I can get this to nope. Nope, nope. That's Alt, right? Or was it Control? Oh, it was Control. There we go. A sword quickly pokes through the door. Trying to get at
Ah,
you.
my rib. That 14 would hit, so. Or matching means not hit.
Matching meets hits, yes. Meet
Okay,
or
so
exceed is the
average.
old rule. It is at that point that the door gets swung open when the bloody sword is peeled back. And you are invited to a polite saute between gentlemen.
Oh.
Which is to say, don't get stabbed.
Well, this is a tight area.
You can always move places to avoid being in a tight area.
Well, I mean, it's more tight for them since they want to come beat us down, huh?
I'm pretty
Ooh,
sure they
this
have
will be fun.
plenty of things over there to throw at you. Here you go. Abigail. First to go down,
Yeah.
first to act.
Alright. Well, what I am going to do is I have imbue sequence, but I don't think it's add. Let me double check. Imbue sequence.
Try stepping back.
Uh, yeah, I'm gonna start a sequence with a blur, I believe is the correct term. I just
What imbuement do you bestow thyself with?
illusion, I believe. Yep.
Wobble wobble.
And then I'm gonna just, well, I can't start a sequence till I do something about it. So for now, I'm going to haste Tanya.
Illusion, you can have one attack against you each round disadvantage. Nice.
Yeah, but I had to start the sequence, so I had to do it. Thing that starts it. And then I'll move to the side. Well, I'll climb onto a barrel. Whip.
You jump out of way.
I actually got kind of an idea.
So Tanya, what you have is a not augmented haste. So just, double speed plus 2 to AC and
Okay.
advantage attacks.
Double speed, plus 2 armored class. And advantage dex saving throws.
So you're harder to hit. That's the important part.
Oh, would you look at this, but such troublemakers, eh? He stumbles forward with heroic abandon.
I got the high. The cat has the high ground. Don't try it.
First, he swirls his cloak at you to throw off your aim, Tanya, and then.
Yeah, the cloak does not dissuade my great pecs of metal.
Do something quick.
It is my turn. So I will look at this guy, this rude man.
This
And I'm
muscular
going-
rude man.
He's about to be a wet, muscular man.
Oh boy.
Because
Zoinks.
I am going to hit him with Destructive Blast.
Kapew, kapow.
Drowning.
Cool. You can click drowning to show the class what that means. It does chilliness. Brrr.
He now has disadvantage against my water abilities and is considered wet until my next turn.
He is considered moist.
That's it.
His cape becomes entirely soaked, which makes it way harder to swing around heroically. This guy in the back reaches over to the nearby bed and picks up a little throwing knife. It's really just a knife, but he's throwing it.
Therefore, it's a throwing knife.
That's I don't make the rules. Luckily, Tanya has a literal chest of steel.
Boing. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
Also, no.
Oh, be
Bonesaw, yes.
careful there, boss. Gonna get him good.
Oh, okay. Now it's. Well,
Tanya.
wait. Who's he hitting?
Yes, you.
Oh shoot, that hurt.
Unfortunately, this one gets lodged in a place that causes big wow-wows.
That was a big wow. All right. Well, this dude's in front of me. It's kind of a tight thing, so I'm going to take a swing right at him.
By the way,
I'm
this
not-
fountain water is deeper than knee height. Like, if you get tossed in there, you'll be like swimming.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to grapple him after I hit him. Because I can do that. Alright, so...
Don't forget you've disadvantage because his cloak is in the...
Oh.
Actually, no, it wouldn't be. It's all wet now, so you would just have a normal
Yeah, I
attack.
got rid of that.
Well, I rolled a 9 anyway, so... Cause...
You can always spend a hero point if you feel like it.
No. I'm gonna take the shame.
Alright, Abigail.
Yes, sir. What I will do, is I will target this guy, and then I will sword. Drop. Poop.
Zoinks.
I'll just bonus out action scout him because I can do that. Oh, scout. I'll learn nothing. I assume.
Oh, well, wait a second. I just realized something. I have +2 to my AC, and I had 18 armor class. No, never mind. He is like 1 point above. Never mind.
Zoinks.
So
This
and
guy takes investigation. Let's take a la look. See again, DC 20. No.
yeah, I fail anyway.
He takes the disengage action, so he just kind of rolls around everyone over the barrels. There's a sick flip or something. Then lands behind Tanya.
Okay, that was impressive. Apparently, we're fighting Jedi.
Yeah, but unfortunately, they're fighting a wizard. I'm gonna
Quick, Aisling, solo them.
freeze him for very little.
Let's take
But
a
he has
look-see.
disadvantage on that.
Oh yeah, he does. Let's push the button. Oh no!
Critical failure.
Man, imagine like doing a cool ninja flip to show how you're a Jedi, and then getting like frozen.
Oh god. Fucking
And
water
then-
jet. Let's see. Frozen must
going-
succeed a saving throw. Oh, they take that. Okay, he's restrained now. That's how that works. Why? Okay, I'm gonna look at the server settings. I'm really confused why 5e doesn't have like the actual status effects in the little sidebar for status effects.
Wait, I
That's
got an idea.
silly.
If he's restrained, I have an amazing idea.
Let me actually tell you what restrained actually means before you start making assumptions in your head. Restrained. Disadvantage on attack rolls. Attack rolls against you have advantage. You have disadvantage on dex saving throws. Your speed becomes 0, and you cannot gain a benefit. The bonus is your speed. Which, you know, that wouldn't be a weird thing to explain like that if you just went they can't take a move action. But no, 5e doesn't have move actions. It just has free movement for some reason. Which is more confusing. It has two things that are like that. You get your free interact and your free movement. It's like, okay, why is it an action economy if you make everything for free? Anyway, that's my
That's
my
not my
complaint
turn.
today.
I'm not done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack him.
Oh, you get that cool bonus action.
Mage Knight.
You have advantage on that, dude.
I do. Allow me to
Click the plus.
make the advantage.
See, this is why you gotta do that. Now, if you notice something fun about damage, if you hover over, there's a plus button on damage. That makes it a crit hit. I mean, it's only one, but you never know. You never know.
Okay, I like how I'm getting good rolls on all my to succeed things, but just absolutely
on
bombing it on actual damage rolls. Still, I'm gonna mess this guy up.
Yeah, he's having a bad day.
Just cold out a guy charges forward. Doing
Yeah, I
a
like how he's the cold one.
doing a little acrobatic flip over his friend.
It's just a little chilly.
Then he throws his cape at your face, Tanya, whoosh, with the intention of getting advantage on his next attack roll.
What if he lands on the water and trips because that area is soaked?
Oh, and he
Apparently, that is
like,
exactly what happens, given how he rolls a 2.
I'm claiming that was me helping you, Claire.
Yeah, it's,
This guy scoots back, grabs You know, he's gonna go for the long shot. He's gonna take disadvantage on this, but he's gonna get you back there, Ishling.
Okay, I
No.
don't know why I felt it like that was gonna be the knife that would like obliterate spells' existence.
Tanya, what are you gonna do?
All right, well this guy he's all messed up, so I'm gonna go focus
Finish
on this
him.
guy. Oh, finish him? Yeah, all right, that
Nope.
makes sense.
Oh, you're flanked, Claire.
Oh man, yeah.
Finish the target.
Right, I'm gonna finish the target. Blah, 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 blah. Oh,
I think that was
And-
what Claire was gonna do anyway, but yeah.
Oh, she was saying said like she was gonna change the other target.
wait, did I roll that with advantage, or was that?
I don't think it matters. I mean, yes, you do. So if you want to, you can. But
Oh no, I clicked Alt roll. Wait, oh god, I messed up. Yeah.
if you roll over your roll, you can click the plus button on the attack roll to make it freaking advantage. It also reminds you of the jewel tips. Nice doubles there, baby.
All right. Yeah, I do a big whopping 7 damage to him.
You only
and,
need a 3.
By the way, can I grapple him still?
You can grab his body, yes.
Yeah, because I want to grab his body and just throw it at the dude in front of me.
Disadvantage because you're trying to throw someone while you're being melee threatened. But sure! Just roll me your...
wait.
What?
Can I throw it at the guy behind him, over him?
Probably. You can, like, feint the first guy out and...
Yeah,
Disadvantage
it's
again.
really good football practice.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. Okay, I can't unselect this guy for some reason.
Alt click.
There's also a button on your interface, the little circle with the X that
Oh,
clears
I got
all
it.
selections.
Okay, I got it. Okay, so this would be like strength check to throw, right?
You can
Or-
just use your hand axe or short bow for this.
Oh, okay. I use hand axe. I trust the hand axe icon. You failed me, hand axe icon.
No, it doesn't. It hits.
Oh yeah, good.
Can you-
I mean, it was just as planned.
Can you not complain before you've even know if you did anything? And don't forget your prowess, by the way. Don't forget your boasting.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, you
gonna
gotta
do
remember that.
Let me
I was
see.
gonna do it.
He's a medium
Yeah.
creature. Your hand axe does not do that much damage. Can you roll me a 1d8 plus your strength, please? Don't forget the dice tray at the bottom for easy rolling. Heck,
Okay,
it even
and
has an
it's
advantage disadvantage button. Nice.
Nice. Plus my strength. Oh my god, this is gonna be awesome.
You can also click the d20 next to the public roll button, because if you select your token, you can let me show you a trick. I did this entirely with that. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, sweet Jesus, that guy's gonna get hit.
Also, wait. Either way, no, I accomplished what I want. I'm not gonna complain.
This is very irreverent of someone's body. Abigail.
Boast. I'm gonna boast on this guy, by the way.
You
The guy
don't
in front of me.
boast on a person. You just gain that particular benefit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. I have to read the boo.
Smack.
No such luck, Abigail. AOLing. What up?
Okay. Now I'm gonna fly up for this guy. Because he's here. And I'm going to razor winds at him. But I have to remember one thing. No wild magic.
Oh.
Dun 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 dun.
So let's hit him with Destructive Blast.
I'd like to point out that you're currently using a range attack at a melee range. Unless you can
Yeah, but I
make
don't-
this melee for free. I don't know how that works. I know there's some
You
that like
want to
it.
scoot over there.
I guess I could be over here, especially since I can't do my attack anyway since I use my martial focus.
Pew pew.
Yeah, that's -1 to AC for all people this next round.
And I'm gonna have advantage on him when I get to attack.
This guy reaches up into his coat.
Pulls out another Aisling.
No. He pulls out a set of ritzy firecrackers.
Oh.
What a ritzy little number. Yeah, quickly strikes up and hucks it down, creating a spectacle of light and sound. Tanya and Abigail, can
Right
you roll
into
me?
the water floating around his feet.
Yeah, that's like a puddle of water. I don't think that stuff stays in like a gelatinous form.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
I
sure
thought-
there's dry areas.
Plus, a
Additionally,
lot
if
of
this is a major
firecrackers.
concern of contention, you can always just throw it at Tanya and have the same effect.
Also, I'm just gonna put out there that a lot of firecrackers can actually explode underwater pretty easily.
Thanks, Claire.
But
I
what,
don't know.
DC?
Why do you
Can
know
you
this,
save me?
Claire?
No reason. Anyway.
Can Abigail and Tanya both roll me a con saving throw? That
Oh,
is
con.
on your attributes page. It's the right number on your attribute modifiers.
What? Wait, what? Looks at my con. Really? Okay.
I have a 0 in con. So.
Abigail, you roll a 1. Don't forget, you get a hero point when you roll a 1. It's like an
Oh,
invert
yeah.
momentum. The firecrackers momentarily blind you. As a result, you hardly notice the two gentlemen snooping around behind you.
Do I get an attack on him?
Unless you have, if you have a reach weapon, then yes, you would definitely get one.
I have javelins.
You can't make opportunity attacks with range weapons like that. That's specifically about being engaged in a melee duel, and that person taking full advantage of the circumstances. Anyway, one guy probably uses the water as like a slippy slide on a Tanya, and is going to make an attack on the exit with advantage
Oh my. Okay.
because you're blind
yeah.
and can't really defend. I guess. Ooh,
Ouchie baba.
Tanya, your eyes clear up from the momentary clouding of the firecrackers.
All right.
The cold one still has -1 to AC.
Or I'm at 14. I was just making sure my health was right. Okay, cool. That was awesome. I'm gonna slide on over, and I'm gonna attack the wing wang, and I have advantage on this, so I'm gonna click advantage.
Actually, you also get the. I was thinking something else for a second there.
Boast.
Yeah, I got the boast.
They are baby Claire. Now the downside of boasting is that it does cost your attack of opportunity if you ever need it, but 5e doesn't happen that often anyway.
Why doesn't it let me?
Claire, a swift shift click will make it so that whatever you roll is done with advantage.
Oh, okay. I'm clicking Alt roll for some reason. I'm doing.
It's
dumb.
control for disadvantage and. Oh man, that's.
Okay, cool. I like. Sorry, I have to roll higher than 2. So
Unfortunate. Oh, you did. You rolled a 5. Unfortunately, the lingering glitter in your eyes makes it real hard to see.
I'll put some dirt in your eye.
Abigail didn't.
It's Bully McGuire.
Wah, 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 wah. Leap in, and I do a little smack.
Well, that does smack him.
Alright.
So add to your
Yeah.
links, please.
Yeah, and then I get imbue sequence illusion. Oh wait, technically I get that disadvantage because I'm blinded, right?
Anyway, Aisling.
Not anymore now.
Oh.
It was only for that round so they could move away without being attacked.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna use some spell points because I feel like it. I'm gonna use Guided Strike to give myself advantage on my blast.
Kapew kapow.
I'm gonna blast Mr. Beat Up Man with teleporting.
Oh no, he'll be teleported up to 5 feet.
So, bada bam.
That's not
Yeah.
advantage. Thank you. Well, he's still alive, so he's teleported somewhere.
He has to do a wisdom save to see.
Ah, yes, the poor man's wisdom.
Wait. He succeeds.
He moves nowhere fast.
And no wisdom save. No, wild magic.
Wait, wouldn't a 10 be a 0?
No, it's on a 1. Because it's a 10% chance.
The undisciplined individual goes straight for the neck on you, cat person.
Alright,
that individual.
disadvantage.
Oh,
Well.
I didn't think that was possible for him.
Einhandler.
Oh, get him!
Is that how Einhandler works?
Yeah, if you miss an attack, I get an attack of opportunity. I was about to.
You may use
Uh,
your
uh.
action as an attack. Well, this is one of those cool fencing moves where like you slam his blade to the side and then twist his arm and throw him over.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt the actor, but it does look like you defeated him.
Well, I get to throw that guy pretty cool. That's all I care about. I had to throw someone.
This
Also,
one, yeah.
Claire, has that hero point still in case I need it? Because you have 2 now, Claire.
Yeah.
This guy's got to throw his cloak at you, Claire, to give you
No.
disadvantage on your attack of opportunity because he's getting out of here.
Oh, all right. Well, wait. He can flip his cloak at me while running away. I guess he
Well,
can.
he still gets his movement action.
Claire, please
didn't click on-
click the minus, please. It'll make it disadvantage.
1 second. And
Okay, so 13.
You hit him though, so he gets hit on the way out, and he stumbles and knocks open a door. Tanya,
I
he's
clicked on the
running.
I clicked on the -1 and.
Take him.
Yeah, I'm.
Brum, brum.
Yeah, I motorcycle at him, and I said I motorcycle at him game, and I take a swing.
Claire, he's down there. You're up there. You need to be over here.
Oh, okay. And let's
He's
see.
down there,
Alright.
and we're up here. But he's not the sheriff.
Who's the sheriff?
Can I roll above 10 instead of a 20?
No,
No,
Claire.
I'm hero pointing this. I don't care.
Click the plus. Make it advantage.
Yeah, just
Hiya!
That's not what I meant, but fine.
I did
Claire.
get the plus.
You rolled another roll, complete with damage. When
Yeah,
you
you
hover
got-
over the attack thing, where you have your attack number, on the right side there is a plus. That
I'm
changes it
clicking
to an
the,
advantage roll.
I was clicking the wrong minus and plus.
Why are you so dumb, Claire?
I am so sorry.
Tanya. By the way, you can make that free grapple check if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that grapple check. So that's my
Athletics.
Okay.
No,
I,
you need a 10.
yep.
Well, hey, that just means that sometimes things are a bit more difficult. Abigail, do something. He's gonna run for it.
I run
He's
Uh,
critical health.
in, and then
Wait, you're sharing a space?
I'll be on the stairs if I can.
That's gonna be a really hard stab.
Well, go ahead and try, Abigail. We'll see where it goes.
Alright. Well, I'm going to try. First, I gotta target him. That's smart.
No. Bleh. It's quiet once more, for the baddies have been defeated.
Da 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 da.
I'm gonna
Run
fly
against the
over real
body.
quick, and I'm gonna put my hands on Tanya, and I'm gonna say, I'm not wasting a spell on you. Have a healing potion I found.
Wow. Oh yeah, I deserve that. That was awful.
No, I don't want to use up my spell points because I already used one.
Oh, I thought you were
And
giving me, like, a
we
little
got
pep-
more. I have 6 healing potions, Claire.
thought you were giving me a Hank Hill pep talk. Loser. Okay, so I get 7 hit points.
Yes.
Delightful.
That's not bad actually.
And actually, when I give you the healing potion, I reached into a hole in space and pulled it out and handed it to you.
Well, wait, I thought like a healing
The
potion is
fucking
when I drink it is
bone
like
mobile.
plus my con or something.
I don't think the DMV wants to know about that.
Pretty sure it's 2d4 plus the level of the healing.
How aerodynamic is a card that's full of
I'm just dumb.
holes?
No, ignore Claire. I'm dumb.
I need to show Ringo this.
He is asleep, but will probably respond later.
He must see the necrobile.
There's like 4 of them in the link.
He must. Anyway, You could also always just take a short rest, but that's
I'm a
up to you.
rummage.
I'm a rummage. You're
I
gonna
think
rummage where?
That a short rest could be a good idea, Abigail, instead of rummaging.
Yeah,
Get stabbed.
rummages.
Well, you can rummage a little bit while taking a short rest. You just can't extensively search things.
It's only a
Tanya
little.
is gonna contact her spirit guide and ask why she's failing. Randy Savage, are you there?
Thanks, Claire.
Yeah. Anything on the peoples?
So we click the short rest button.
Yep, I got my martial focus back.
I don't need a short rest.
You can
I mean,
also
you
get it
don't
back
have
with
to-
like 1 minute of sitting around, or taking the dodge action in combat.
Which I need to get to eventually.
Also,
Anyways,
some spheres also give you ways of recovering it. Like, I mean,
Now
That's
that we're up on our
27
feet.
health. That's weird.
like base athletics has some things for that. No, it's called coordinated movement. It should be here. Here we go. Plenty of ways to get it back, if you know what you're doing. But yes,
Yep.
take a bit of time, get some hit dice spent, and then
Tanya,
Abigail gonna take part in this.
No. I only lost a couple hit points.
I just took the rest so I could get my, you know.
your
Well-
juice back.
Since it
I
takes
didn't use
10
the
minutes,
martial
it's entirely reasonable for if Dizzy wants to show up, for Dizzy to show up. Crawl on down the
Jesus.
stairs.
we pop a barrel open and Dizzy's in there.
Haha!
I meant from down the
Ambush.
stairs, but you know, I wouldn't be against the idea of like a goblin that's just been stealing from their stores.
Well, Aisling said she was gonna. Abigail said she was gonna.
Ashleen.
Yeah. Well, it's not you. I'm trying to refer to though. Aisling. Abigail was rummaging around, so maybe she like knocked a barrel over and.
It's just a goblin covered in pork grease and salt.
Yeah, it seems pretty goblin to me. I don't know.
So I have to say, Claire, it's always my characters that nobody can seem to pronounce.
Well, then just call him fucking Bob and see how well that goes.
Look, I love your characters though. So, Aisling, don't.
Because all the word problems you had with Crucius.
Yes, Cruxus.
Oh yeah, that's because you use X's and weird S's.
Hey, Zala's name isn't like one of those like hot topic kid usernames from high school.
And also,
It's-
it's not like I have 5 apostrophes.
It's also kind of weird is that people in TTRPGs also you tend to refer to each other by their name instead of by a nickname that they've accumulated organically over the course of events. But that's just a weird observation. Like, why don't people call it? Okay, Claire. Now, you listen up, you little punk. It's 69.
Tanya's legal name.
69 420.
Oh yeah, but yeah, that's up to Dizzy though.
It's up to Dizzy if she wants
Yeah.
to hop in or not. So
Yeah, I think hiding in a barrel would be a funny way to pop in.
And then you come up and it's just like, laser, laser, laser. At the wrong barrel.
all
As
just
soon as he actually
misfires.
stops, jump out like, haha! Oh, they're all gone. Who are you guys?
Oi, Slug, who the hell are you?
Do I throw this?
In case the party forgot why they're here, you're here to save your employer. You
Yeah,
think.
we're here.
Yeah, that's not our employer.
This is not. Yeah, this is not a dwarf.
Your employer was short, but not that kind of short.
Do you wish to harm us?
No, I was just here to take whatever these guys had, but
Okay.
I mean, sometimes they had really nice apples.
While saying that, Ashleen is teleporting the bag of stuff she found into somewhere.
Just somewhere.
Some town, USA, is just full of stuff that just teleports there and sometimes teleports away.
That's what I do.
It's a bag of holding, but the contents actually go to a weird outback diner.
Oh my god, it goes to an Outback Steakhouse.
Goblin
A
out
place no one would ever look for it.
Randomly, employees will steal your shit or replace it with random meat.
But can I, once in a while, give me a blooming onion?
I don't even know what that is.
It's the only reason to go to Outback Steakhouse.
I'm gonna look up Bloomin' Onion because it does sound pretty cool. Oh, that does look pretty cool.
They are. I know how to make them. They're not actually difficult to make, just kind of time consuming.
Onions are freaking delicious, dude.
But other than this, there's no purpose to go to Outback.
It also looks like a lethal weapon. Like you throw it at someone and their face gets full of holes.
Yeah.
Is there a limit to how much stuff you can store in that extra dimensional space, by the way?
It is. Let me double check.
10 pounds per level. Cool.
Yep. So 30
By the
pounds
way,
at the
it's specific on non-living material. Do not store your pigs in there.
It
Do not-
actually simply fails if I attempt.
It's the smell of a lilac.
We're getting some hard role playing down in here. Awesome.
So once I get extra dimensional room, then I can store living things in an empty room that maintains as long as I want it to.
Abigail, unless you are interested in like scrap wood, fresh water, beef flour, apples, ale, basic random stuff.
I'm bored already. I'm floating in here.
The best you can find, Abigail, is that there is a bag full of some hot currency.
Ooh. Give me the current.
You find about 90 gold and 60 silver in a bag in the room where those dudes were chilling. I appreciate that the loot bag thing has a biography section. That's nice.
Okay, so I want to name our loot bag.
Well, if we want to give our loot back backstory.
Tanya is pointing at the goblin, asking if she needs to, throw the goblin.
No, she's fine.
I'd rather not be thrown.
I then
Enough of that
point-
on my old job.
She nods, points to the goblin. Do you crave glory?
Can I sell glory?
What's your favorite color?
Blue?
I'd
Oh, I
suggest
think it's
saying
boredom
yes.
floats off.
I suggest saying yes and come along. Then
My favorite color is yes.
Yeah, well, I had nothing else to do. Maybe this guy will pay me.
Also,
Hmm?
what'd you find, friend?
Ale.
Oh,
How much ale?
I mean, couple ale. I don't think there was a number to it, just couple ale.
There's like a whole barrel full, man.
Yeah,
Drinking
alright.
for days, baby.
hey everyone who has to walk. So everyone who's not me, please don't step on the body. They're dirty.
Kickers were far more common when everyone actually drank straight from kegs.
Yeah, but it was also often stored for a long period of time in the open air, and it was just terrible.
Sounds like someone who doesn't have the acquired taste.
Ah, flavor Stockholm syndrome.
Listen,
Well,
you don't
isn't that like
understand the
LaCroix?
high quality flavors that come from Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh my god, I live in Oregon. Don't even joke about that stuff.
Slides on them.
How dare you defy the local culture?
Also, Claire.
Before you guys
Yeah.
move too far down that yonder hallway, yonderly.
Yeah.
Give me a quick little moment. Okay, there it is. And this is what's gonna happen. Tanya, or let me just say Aisling, your friend suddenly becomes quite a few feet shorter with great expediency.
She's already tiny. What?
I guess I'll only flick my eyes
Tanya,
around
you become
because
very
I
short
have-
very quickly.
I'm gonna look around really quickly because I have a natural skill as part of my class at finding things that are out of place or traps.
I mean, your friend has already fallen down it. You're unaffected because you're like hovering around most of the time. But
Yeah,
Tanya
I
just goes
rarely-
whoop.
Did you get short?
Well, they made no effort to, anything.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. Like this place is a broken down mansion. I was expecting like goofum traps.
Are they like falling down a hole?
Yes,
Okay, can I do a reflex save and grab them and try to teleport them away from it?
you can't. Reflex
Okay.
saves aren't a thing.
Can I do an athletics?
It's a
To, like-
dexterity saving throw, my good Claire, to catch yourself on the edge.
Oh, that is not good. All right, well I'm gonna do this.
Good luck.
Whoa.
You're big, you're strong, but you're not fast.
Hey, you rolled over a 10.
You cling to the ledge, and everyone hears this loud cling as you hit it.
I
I'm gonna-
do it with like.
But at least you
one
didn't
finger.
fall down 20 feet into this large hole that looks like Well, honestly, it looks like rain damage with how irregular it is.
I'm
Tanya
gonna
is now.
teleport you out of the hole.
I'd help you up, but you look really heavy.
I'm gonna like poke your
Still.
finger and be
Yeah.
like pointing over and be like whomp and teleport you out.
The hell was that medicine check I did? See that?
I don't know. Why'd you do
Okay.
that?
I didn't do that. Anyway, so all right. So I pop out of that, and Tanya is now untrustworthy of this entire building. This rundown, old mansion is apparently full of holes.
This place is a death trap.
Not to discredit the people who wrote this adventure, but why did you put exactly and only one trap in a dungeon?
Wait, are you okay? What? I mean,
You got the only
spoilers.
one.
My problem with this is that it's very awkward design to have one and only one of something, because that always just like, okay, you're readying me for something, but you're not. This is a problem that Paizo APs have a lot, in that they use a monster exactly once. They're like, oh, this is a cool monster. I want to fight it again so I can do better next time. It's like, no, you'll never fight that dude ever again. That trap never comes up again. It's all novelty, and it's just like, come on, man. Repeat fights are good for a reason. Although 5e tends to overdo it way too much.
Spoilers aside, so I found like the one. Everyone, it's okay. I found the one hole in this entire house.
Well, we don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know that.
Well, to be fair,
no,
this
okay.
didn't seem to be an intentional trap. It's very irregularly shaped, and all the rocks have rolled down there. Not like a trapdoor, more like it just decided that now was the time that it was going to collapse.
Okay, well, Tanya points at the hole. Don't fall down that.
I think
Right.
everyone can obviously see the hole that you left.
Tanya wants to make sure
I jump over.
because you're all smaller than her. She needs to make sure that like. Okay, a moth just like attacked my face. What the?
As long as your strength
Wow.
score is 10 and up, you can jump 10 feet.
Uh-oh.
You can jump your strength score in distance. So, Tanya will have to carry the little itty bitty across.
Yeah, I just.
Or how about this little itty bitty? How about I just float on over to the little one and teleport you over? I can teleport people.
Yes, can you teleport them this far?
10 feet.
Delightful.
Well, 10 feet past me, so a total of 15.
Whoop.
Also, how big is the hole?
Give me a moment. It's being weird about this.
Also, Goblin, new friend,
Yes.
or miraculously dizzy. How tall is the Goblin?
Small,
Wait.
so I'd say probably like 3.5 feet.
Yay, someone shorter than me.
Oh, damn it!
There you go.
I'll get off at 4.
Ahead
I'm
of
just
thou.
about I'm just slightly above 4 feet.
Ahead of thou sit a door of doubles. Toil and troubles. One of them is locked for no good reason. I don't think those doors are locked. I just right-clicked at some point.
Also, for the heck of it, there's a 10-foot cube that looks like it's still floor, right over the.
You know that could hurt one of us.
Also,
We
I
know
mean,
where
not
it
to
is.
not to go.
Not
through, like,
necessarily reflexively.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's not-
about your like a little illusion plan, real quick. I mean, I'm fairly sure they probably know that hole's there.
Yeah, if they don't know it's not collapsed.
Okay.
they
I
won't.
have
Okay.
horseback.
Does anyone here have insight?
Let me check.
I think
I have a
do.
-1 in it.
I do not.
Insight. No, I only have a +1 to it.
Then it's shrugs for everyone, and no one here is a dwarf. It's shrugs for all.
Hooray! So we going in there or what?
Are there any gaps in the door?
It's a big stone door like you would see at a crypt.
Tanya, do your thingy and open the door.
Anya opens the door.
Open it like a
Just
like a
for
like a
luck.
like a Dark Souls boss fight.
Yeah, just like
I can
that.
make the
and I
fog for that.
step inside. Behold, small people. What am I seeing here?
Why do you
Dead
have 30
people.
feet of dark vision? Pretty sure I said no one gets dark vision. Yet you have 30 feet of it, Tanya.
Wait, why do I have 30 feet dark vision? Well, I have special robot eyes, but
You have special eyes.
Running
Yeah.
Sharingan.exe.
yeah, wrestling talent.exe.
Someone strike up a light source you can barely see, although you can see the end of a headstone over here.
Let's see.
Just
wait,
strike up a torch and duct tape it to
Oh
Tanya.
yeah, I gotta remember. I get +2 to damage rolls with my sword because of my fighting style.
Thou steppeth in it
Right,
with
right.
a roometh. 3 large stone sarcophagi stand in this dusty crypt, propped up each. Oh, and propped up against each sarcophagus is a human skeleton clad in bits of rusty mail. False columns along the walls are carved in the image of spreading oak trees. Double door to the southeast corner is shift in tarnished copper plate. There's also a door to the northwest and a door to the northeast.
Also, if we're lighting something up, I'll light up my lamp using oil.
Getting fancy on us.
I'm just gonna
Dang.
creep over and poke one of the skeletons with a sword, just in case.
It's skeletons, which is to say it lies there like an inanimate object tends to.
Okay, phew.
There's no glory in skeletons.
I'm gonna take out my torches. Actually, I'm gonna not use the torches. We got 2 people torches out.
If only someone had, like, reasoning skill.
Wisdom is
reason?
my worst stat.
I have intelligence.
Can you roll an
No.
intelligence check then?
Dummies.
Sure.
I can do an in check. Bell and I both have high end.
It would be amazing if the goblin had like more wisdom and intelligence than all of us.
Abigail, isn't it kind of weird that these guys live inside this place, but they left these skeletons perfectly assembled?
It is weird. Maybe.
Can I look
Hey.
around like magically because I have expert in Arcana?
Did you know there's a whole sphere about being able to look around magically?
Wowie.
It's called divination. But what do you hope to see with your magic eyes, anyway?
Well, I'm more wanting to see if there's signs of magic that I might be able to pick up on.
You know,
What?
that's kind of like asking, is there air in the room?
I'm just trying to see if I can get this coffin open and see if there's anything inside it.
Goblin friend, that might not be a good idea.
Hey, listen, there might be shit in here.
Now, the reason
I
that's
have read books about this. Things kill people in dead places.
the real reason this is a bad idea is because you're gonna put your back out on that heavy lid.
Yeah, I'm not very strong.
Use a
Also,
crowbar.
For Dizzy backstory, Ashleen has read many stories of these kind of adventures, but has never been on one.
Oh,
Lies. You can't sit still long enough to read.
She reads all the time. She's older than she looks.
We're shaming the fairy now about being
Shoving
illiterate,
open
apparently.
one of the crypts a little bit, you do see that there's a skeleton inside.
oh, damn it, more skeletons.
Wait, why would there be skeletons inside and outside?
Maybe there wasn't enough room for the ones on the outside on the inside.
The skeleton located inside the thing is like dressed in fine clothes and even has like a fine piece of jewelry.
Ooh, jewelry.
If you had skill with medicine, you would be able to identify this in particular one is the skeleton of a lady person.
Goodies for me.
Goblin friend, this seems like a bad plan.
This seems like a I get some money later plan.
All of a sudden, the fairy appears next to you. I don't want to fight Skelly Bones. They're hard to stab.
Oh,
You get a goldy
Ah.
bracelet worth 90 gold.
sparkle, sparkle.
Oh, well, that's a benefit. That's a nice bracelet.
Yeah.
The skeleton that's attached to it doesn't seem to care much that you took it.
See, everything's fine. Everything works out for me.
Why
forever.
did you say those words?
It seems that the magic spell does not work, for the skeletons still do not rise from their graves.
Then let's get moving, because I do not want to be attacked in here.
Apparently, Kenny is a
Sorry.
terrible necromancer.
You know, that is something that we could also assume that maybe the individual is they're actually trying to do like necromancy, but they just suck at it. I mean, not everyone decides I want to be a dark, terror on this village. I'm going to raise the dead and like gets, success with it.
So I'm just going to do this because your human brains are being giant idiots about this.
Mm.
But you have Imagine a narrator just gestures at the skeletons in the room. You're gonna yell at me about this.
Oh yeah. Hey, maybe this place is going to kill us.
It is possible.
Well, yeah, I figured that, so I'm wanting to get out of here.
Shall I do an investigation check for?
I don't think there's
Right.
anything to learn from an investigation check.
No, let's just keep moving. instead of
Although
staying
you're
in the same
always
room
allowed to
forever.
ask the GM a question, and then they can answer that question to the best of their ability.
Okay. What does it look like these people died of? If
They're
I can think.
skeletons. It's kind of hard to make that out.
if they were like head broken damage, could have been bludgeoning. And
Or
Okay.
arrows sticking through the rib
Some of the
cage.
skeletons distinctly do have some broken bones. Yes. So it's entirely possible that the skeletons outside of the coffins died from non-natural causes. The one inside the coffins, if you decide to check all of them, the one that Canny opened does look to be in good shape.
Hmm.
Well, let's keep moving and find our boss and get out of here.
Okay.
Also, Abigail, now that you've been taking a moment for yourself to look around, you can tell that there's
Yeah.
voices, mocking voices, going coming from this side, through that door.
You want to fight some people? I can bring us some people.
As you step within 5 feet of the door leading to the northeast,
Uh-oh.
the skeletons on the ground and the rusty males decide to raise themselves upwards.
You know,
God
I
damn
saw
it.
this coming.
And yet you did
It
nothing.
could've-
I couldn't find signs of magic. I tried to investigate and told them all to keep moving.
That's why I wanted to move.
But no.
Dun, dun, dun,
To be fair,
dun,
we could
dun,
have like
dun.
smashed the skeleton.
Please
so.
pick
Someone wanted the treasure.
Please pick a
This
Pokemon
has
song.
nothing to do with the treasure.
Caddy, you barely noticed as one of the skeletons clickety-clacks stands up and breaks your back.
Oh god, I need that.
It's in the sack.
It wields its weapon with the greatest of clumsiness. Big broad sweeps like it's a puppet on strings. Its rusty mail creating this awkward, grinding, creaking sound of broken machinery. Tanya,
Little help.
you had just
Alright.
opened the door.
Yeah. Well, now I gotta deal with this. All right, I'm gonna like clamber over here, get myself between the two skeletons here, and I'm gonna attack the one from the goblin.
If the skeletons had brains, they would be confused why you would put yourself in such a precarious position and assume it was a dastardly trap. But they're mindless, as undead tend to be. They simply care for the destruction of the living. So what is it that you do?
I'm gonna pick a swing at the little skeleton.
I know that you want to say goblin, because you just like goblins that much.
Please don't hit me.
I'm tempted, but all right.
Luckily, because you are using bludgeoning damage, it's vulnerable to that.
So I do what do like a +2 to that or what?
It's double.
Well, no,
You instantly
You're like
destroy the skeleton
Oh, so
with a
damn
haymaker.
it.
Punch
See, that's
its
why
head clean off.
I just like shattered that thing. Okay, well that's all I can do really.
You hear a loud clattering and the chinking of metal against the ground as bones go flying and chainmail goes clatter clatter.
this one's proactive.
Yes, unfortunately, skeletons are mindless. They have no tactics. Their tactic is, hey, you're close. You'll do. You will do, little gobbo. Watch out, little gobbo.
No.
No.
I'm actually wondering about something, because... Give me a moment. Give me a hot moment, not a cold one. I don't want to crack a cold moment with the boys. Thank you, my source of information, for taking forever to load the rogue class.
That's me.
Ah, I just had to jostle my keys a little bit. Oh yeah, it's 5th level and 7th where you get your cool tricks. Rogues and 2E get that one way earlier. Or at least they get nimble dodge earlier. Anyway, he whacks you. Oh no, your character doesn't have the bar set up properly. Let me take care of that. Because, here we go, hover by anyone, and hover by anyone. Give me a moment. We'll just do it like that. Luckily, it's super easy to do. Now everyone can see that you've been ouchied. Ashling. What happens?
I mean, it was still my turn.
Yeah,
It was your turn, excuse
Gabo's
me.
turn.
I forgot you were smacked and then it was your turn. I didn't notice that because stop paying attention. Oh. What do you do, little gob?
Hang on. I need to. What is the thing? I need to look at the sheet.
Oh, if you want to use a weapon for an attack, you have to go to your inventory and click the weapon icon.
Okay.
It's super weird, I know.
Well,
yeah.
Just gonna regular attack that dude, I guess. Just
The big problem is that the people who make the 5e sheet apparently don't have time to dedicate to it. Unlike in many other editions where these things are resistant to a whole bunch of shit, not in 5e.
and then
Just give 'em the old tickle.
What was it was something.
Oh, actually, Safi, Ray can make a melee
Oh.
spell attack instead.
Oh yes,
I just
you want to
checked.
know how sneak attack works. Sneak attack in 5e is freaking straightforward. As long as someone else is within 5 feet of them, or you have advantage, you can fuck them up.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it's basically free. It is.
That is basically free.
It's really good damage, but it's by far the lamest damage in the game. It's like, oh, someone else is standing adjacent. It's like, yes, I'm a melee fighter. Of course I'm adjacent. What do you want from me?
And I
But
assume
It
that
can't be doubled on crits.
exist, so
If you want to, you can always make an offhand attack with one of your other weapons if you have multiple in your hands.
usually I'd only have one, but
Hey, you can always keep your hand free if you need it.
yeah, it was.
By the way, Einhander may be a thing worth considering, or anything that gives you an extra attack, because don't forget, it's once per turn, but attacks of opportunity and reactions happen on other turns. Wiggles my eyebrows. By the way, Tanya, if you want to, don't forget that you can take a boast after destroying that skeleton.
Well, I
Well, I
haven't used this
I was
to
gonna
react.
mention the boast after it was my turn.
Yeah,
It affects,
well,
it affects that turn.
I guess I'll just have that as my turn then.
Ashling?
Yeah, I'm going to use a spell point and fire 2 rays of teleporting, which is force damage.
You
'Cause
get
I feel like my other
2.
ones wouldn't work well here. So I'm going to hit both of the skelly bones with a destructive blast.
Excuse me.
Okay.
You get 2.
Yep.
Now give me
It's the ray augment.
if you give me a
I
hot
found
moment.
the thing I was looking for. Okay.
And my
Oh yes, the
augment.
augment gives you 2 rays. I got my head mixed up.
Yes.
Pew.
All right.
Oh,
Well, one of those skeletons. Oh boy. Let's see. This guy. Okay, that misses. So that's good enough. Oh, it's a bludgeoning blast normally. Are you going for bludgeoning, or are you taking?
I'm using the teleportation, which is... Wait, bludgeon. Where's
Uh,
that?
for-
Teleporting. It does
for
force damage.
Yeah, force.
In that case, no rolls required. One of the skeletons is kaboomed.
Which is that one, indeed. Was the order I was rolling. His bones teleport behind Tanya.
Abigail. The yelling and shouting and insulting in the other room ends, and suddenly the door is kicked open.
Hello.
As you
And
were-
Great, more of you assholes.
Oh, good. This one's lax.
Abigail, watch out! He's coming out swinging right at you.
Alright, well, let me take that out.
And he's like, oh, what's this, eh? Bunch of fools falling for skids, trapper.
Ooh, I can understand him.
What?
He's speaking my language.
Well, he got some low AC for a melee mage.
Well, that'll improve over time, or if she buys a shield or something, if she can use them at least.
A little buckler might work.
Oh, she can actually use shields. Might be a worthwhile upgrade or getting medium armor. I don't know. It's up to you how you want to do this, Abigail. I mean, 14
Oh,
AC
yeah.
is not bad, truth be told. Oh,
It's only
maybe.
2 lower than mine.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not going to use your shield, you should probably get something for your offhand, because, spellcastings require free hand in this system.
Oh yeah, but then I can't use my spell. That
This
I
guy
have slot in
does
the mouth.
some sick McFlips. Swooshing his cloak all over the place before getting behind you. It's really weird that
Hey.
these guys don't have sneak attack, but on the other hand, that would really make them very dangerous. Although, to be fair, that seems to be the thing for 5e creatures. This guy's
Who would
already
they hit?
dead.
That one didn't hit anyone.
But who were they attacking?
You.
Oh, okay, then I'm handler.
Oh no. Oh no!
Wow, he just got fucked up.
What? Abigail's like, oh, okay then, die.
He goes for you with his little short sword, and you just slice across his arm. He's not down, but that's one of those injuries that a doctor goes, oh, that's across a
And-
major vein artery.
And I
He's
can
got
do
one guy
sequence.
on.
I will blur.
You know, the old rule is across for attention and parallel for effect, and it's like, oh boy. Tanya.
If that starts my sequence, I'll have my imbue sequence with illusion again.
Cool. Tanya, skeleton.
Right, I'm gonna attack that skeleton. Things are happening over there. I need to get rid of the skeleton.
Personally, I like the fact that if you destroy something, you can immediately grab it and use it as a projectile for free.
You must be able
Grab
to
the
do that,
skull and
actually.
throw it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
rip
do
the
that.
head off.
This is mine.
Sorry, I need to roll better. Sorry, I can't roll.
You can have advantage if you used your boast last time.
Oh right, yeah, I have advantage. I need to roll with advantage.
You didn't use your boast last time.
I specifically asked if you wanted to use your prowess boast, yes.
And you
I
said
did,
no.
yeah. No, I said I was gonna do it on my turn since it affects that turn.
No, it's a reaction you use ahead of time, and then it just lasts until.
Oh, okay, I'm an idiot.
Like, the triggering event is that someone gets fucked up because you're super cool. Or you're grabbing them. Don't forget that if you just grab someone, it also triggers. Like, for fuck's sake, don't forget how easy this is to proc. Considering that your whole thing is grabbing people. Anyway, you roll with advantage, hover over your attack in the cestus, and click the plus. On the chat, not in your inventory or anything. In the chat, the one you already rolled.
Well,
Ooh,
Ta-da.
nice.
okay, and
There is
I
no
mean,
more skeleton.
can I grab a scroll to throw it?
You grab the heaviest part with all the chainmail attached, and then you can roll it if you want to. That offhand attack, as it were,
Oh yeah, the hand axe.
because
Okay,
that's
so,
basically what you need here.
So, well, oh my
I mean, it's a
God.
1d8, but I think the damage is going to take this guy out no matter what.
Yeah.
I can't believe this guy got killed by a skeleton.
Oops.
There's this loud crash and clatter as he falls over, slammed into the wall by a skeleton hitting him at high speeds.
I didn't even participate in that.
Kenny.
Don't suppose I can move to the door and tumble past that guy.
I mean, you're pretty small. You can probably do that. He seems to be distracted by Abigail anyway.
Pardon me. Excuse me.
They gotta be very specific because it doesn't let you go through walls even if you could reasonably reach a location.
There's a lot of people in here.
There are prisoners in here, and one of them sees you as like one you recognize as your employer. Or no, wait, you're
Oh.
not employed. That's
Yeah,
Abigail.
yeah.
Excuse me.
I'm just some
Thanks.
rando.
You're just some weirdo, and they're like, "What? Are we getting kidnapped by someone else now?"
Oh, that's a goblin. We're getting robbed too.
God damn it, we've already been robbed and kidnapped, and now it's happened all over again.
And then I can
Sneak attack him
do
in the
this
tush.
as a bonus action
Oh god, no.
on myself.
Always help yourself, baby.
So then I will attack.
Advantage, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's a really good blow.
And then also the sneak. Which is... Where's the button for that?
I think you just click sneak attack the feature.
It rapiers or D. Or
Look,
D10.
there it is.
Rapiers are not D10s.
Shake.
Oh, D8. Okay.
Yep, you add dex, because in 5e, dex to damage is a thing.
Yeah. I think in 2E it's only if you're a rogue.
No, you don't. Not just a rogue. You need to specifically be a thief rogue.
Yeah. It's like really limited.
To be fair, dex to damage is one of the biggest mistakes you can make if you make it too cheap. Like, I like Elephant in the Room, where it's like finesse as a weapon trade instead of a feat in Pathfinder or Woody, but dex to damage is like, dex does enough. Don't do that. Be careful. Like, if you want to do it, you have to rework dex. I'm sick and tired of people shifting everything to dex because, oh, it makes it easier for... No, please. This is why these guys hurt so much. Their strength is 0, but their dex is 2, so they do way more damage than any reasonable person might assume they would. Anyway, he's getting surrounded outside by a lady with spells.
Yeah, and I'm gonna start with one of my spells right at him. I'm gonna razor wind him at point blank range.
Don't forget that disadvantage because, you know, you're standing close enough for him to interfere with you.
Don't forget, like I pointed out last round, I can use this as a melee spell attack.
Well,
That
then,
is a side effect of the ray type.
well then, fucking go for it. Give yourself a hero point.
I could
Don't
take
forget
a
that.
hero point.
You can't use it
don't-
on the
don't
triggering
you-
roll, though.
Oh,
Don't you
no.
also
Although, to be fair,
roll
that's a
your-
1 to attack and 1 to damage.
don't you roll your d10?
What? Oh, my D10, yeah. First that. I could
Come
fuck
on, baby. Oh,
this. And let me check my mage knight real quick. I want to check.
oh wait, you
my
can't just roll. You can't step in 5e. How dumb am I?
spell combo. I'm also going to use my martial focus and attack him.
You can't
I do
attack
not
me.
have to hit.
How dare?
You can't strike at me. That would
Apparently, I can't.
that would have killed him if you hit him.
And since
my-
I'm not in the right place, I don't get any bonuses from flank.
You could use that hero point you just earned. Hmm.
I'm going to use that hero point that I just earned.
Oh no, the fight's over.
I'm fucking.
Huzzah!
You give him a good old clock across the head with the butt of your weapon.
People.
You're inside of a brightly lit room where several prison cells have been set up. The place smells bad, as you would imagine. The iron bars that sit in the walls have been like hastily dug in, and then some liquid stone cement has been poured over to lock them in place. It's all very slapdash, and you know this wasn't the original structure. You could easily tell. There's a bunch of disheveled human women in the cell to the north, and 3 dwarves to the south. One of whomst is your employer, who is happy to see you. With such
Just
a
gonna
go,
rummage through the corpses while these guys are saving their employer.
I don't
I'm
know who
starting to
this
wonder
is.
if we should stick around with you.
Well, you know, someone's got to loot the corpses. They're just being proactive.
Hey, come on.
Can you blame
Goblin.
them for being careful?
I'm gonna like literally slide between the bars in this because that's a fairy ability and go talk to
Oh,
these
yeah.
people up north real quick.
Abigail, it is easy enough to pick these locks. There's really no threat or emergency, and you're pretty good with those tools. Also, it's a really crude lock. Some places have like fancy magic locks or locks with fine tunes. This is just one of those where you could put your finger in and just use your claw to flip it. Opening it up, your employer practically flies at you.
Hey, hi. Hello.
Oh, would you look at that? I knew I was right, yeah. So,
Yes.
now that we've taken care of that bit of business, how about we head on back to town and I tell you all about my major new scam and scheme around this place.
Who are
As
these
this goes
people?
on, Aisling is heading up north to some disheveled individuals.
Yep, I use my fairy ability to go through the bars to talk to them.
Yeah, they probably do not appreciate this, since it's kind of mocking their current position. But hey, nuances of
No, it
social
makes it
engagements are
easier for me
weird.
to get them out.
I don't see how you get them out by being on the wrong side of the door.
Take my hand.
All
I
right,
can teleport them.
you're being very weird about this. You know, most people would just go like, open the door.
I don't know how to pick locks.
You just saw me do it.
No, I didn't. I wasn't looking.
She specifically made sure to turn away from your skill as a lockpicker.
The people you've just rescued introduce themselves, or well, one of them does. It is the delightful old lady, old enough that she has an 18-year-old child with her. Nars and Nilsar are the children, and Mirna Dindrar. What a fuck. Can you just name people like logical names? Like, why does fancy always go? They have to be weird things that no English person would ever call themselves. Dendrar.
Tree.
Yeah, like, if you listen, I'm gonna keep pointing this out until fancy authors get this into their fucking skulls. Look at the real world and look at how many countries have the lamest fucking names. China literally
how
calls
many of them are
itself the
just-
Central Province.
Yeah, and a lot of them are just repetitive for places and people. I mean, look at
Tokyo and
Last
Kyoto are
names
just
of
called Eastern
Vietnam.
Capital.
no, it's Eastern Capital and Capital of the East. They
It's
just
it's
reversed it.
way worse than that. The U.S. is just called the United States of Like, how fucking lame can your name get? America's named after
I mean-
some lady.
No, it's named after a guy, Amerigo Vespucci.
Oh god, I thought it was a lady. Ugh, whatever. The Netherlands is called that because it's low to the ground. Ugh. Like, places don't get fancy names. Places are named after what they are because that's how you would name things if you lived there.
Well, maybe the place is named fancy because it's like Elven or Dwarven.
You know, that is actually a perfectly fine explanation, but, you know, common is a thing. And most places are human settlements, which makes it awkward. But
Well,
we're
yeah,
enough of me complaining about fancy names just being unpronounceable and stop doing that because listen, I could understand that being a thing if people don't quite speak English. Like common, okay, it looks like English, but it ain't because there's all these weird things and Dendrar is only a good name that people use. Anyway, this lady explains that well, her husband apparently was like, "I'm gonna stand up to you, you rock'em shock'em hoodlums," and they got his ass fucking handed to him. And they decided to sell the family into slavery because, you know, that's a way to recoup your costs after losing one of your protection racket people.
Wow.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. I mean, I don't know who they're going to sell them to. It's not like surface... Like, the world is fancy enough that slave-based slavery has been replaced by the far more gentle slavery of debt slavery.
And robots.
And loans. Very hostile loans.
Predatory, some might say.
Some might even say that
America.
it's primarily unleashed upon students and young individuals who can't make good decisions quite yet.
Okay, this is getting real. Also, yeah, I cast the healing spell on Bella while we talk.
Well, you get a little plot reveal. She's very excited to be rescued from this position because, you know, in chains in a jail cell is where people tend to hang out when they're not in a good time in their life. Unless, you know,
Few
your summer...
people choose-
Unless your summer vacation is, I'm going to spend this vacation just hanging out in the cell. Your employer is also very happy to meet you and introduces you to his brothers, Nundro and Thardan Rockseeker.
pleasure to meet you.
He would like to know where his guard is, the guy that you saved in the cave.
He's
Oh,
in town.
What was his name again? Ham?
Saltham, yeah.
Yeah.
Salted Ham. Yeah, that was him. Yeah, he's in town.
Off in the distance, his voice echoes across the weave. Sildar Hall Winter!
Yeah, he was roughed up pretty bad.
Yeah,
So
He got the crap kicked out of him before we showed up.
I like it, though. Well, he thinks that he should wrap things up around here and go back to the surface so he can show you his mine. He has quite the job for you, you see. We're going to be
I have
rich.
a question. Should we beat up the bullies of the town?
Trying to beat up quite a few of them. We may as well finish it.
I mean, you've done like half the dungeon at this point.
We can go
Okay,
beat
well,
up the bullies.
if you want to, we can have another session down in the dungeon, because it's probably going to take one more, no matter how you slice the cake. So, all right, cool. In that case, he'll
No, I
tell
could
you that there's a whole section off to the west somewhere. He doesn't know how they got there, because he didn't see any doors while he was led around for a bit. So you might have to use a keen eye to find it. He'll take the civilians to the surface and huddle up for a bit. After he picks up like some of their weapons, so that he's like, if I meet anyone, we got the numbers.
I also end my figment, since they're gonna be heading out that way.
Kill 'em all.
That might be hard for them to get out.
I was going to bring that up. Yes.
You killed them all.
I mean, they're commoners, probably.
At least, at
Okay,
most one
so-
of them. Everyone else would stop.
So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna travel with them until they get past that.
Well, then everyone else could take a little short rest and rest up a bit.
I'm
Let's
healed,
go.
so I'm fine.
It's got
Yeah,
my arms full of random crap from these corpses. Like, so did you guys find your boss?
It looks healthy.
Take the shoes of one of them. It's
Hey,
like,
Tanya, you want to check out that hallway you were in a minute ago?
Will your feet even fit in those?
probably
No.
not. But I'm willing to try.
I like you.
Nice. Oh yeah, I forgot. Sane magic item prices. That's a whole
also,
fucking thing.
you're welcome, Abigail.
I thanked you.
Alright, Tanya. It's a little hallway that's up ahead. Just like where you were a moment ago, it's very dusty. And there's like a
Very dusty
distinct
hallway.
there's a distinct like cavity in the ground and where people would walk. Ends in a T section. And then there's the door off to the right.
Well. Let this door open.
The door makes that noise of a locked door. Which is to say that if you move into it with a little too much bravado, you'll bump right off.
Baby.
Gonna open it?
Yeah, I'm gonna open it. Sorry.
It's locked. You
Oh,
bump
okay.
off again.
Shall I help?
Alright, we're gonna.
We can
I'll
always
switch
shoulder check it
places with
if you're feeling fancy.
I'll switch places with the cat.
Alright.
Hey, listen, if you want to, you can always bash doors open, but Abigail decides to go for the sneaky route, using a couple of thievish tools.
Yeah.
Clickety-clack.
Get in the sack.
Again, it's not a very fancy lock, but it'll do.
Hey, Goblin friend, do you want me to carry any of that stuff for you?
Just got this big heap in front of them, carrying around.
Goblin hisses.
I guess. I mean, I can carry most of it.
I mean, I can make it easier.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
I just-
Abigail, without any ability to see in the dark, you enter a dark room.
She had a lantern, I thought.
Lit lantern.
Oh, you have a lantern. How much light is that again?
15.
30-15, gotcha. In that case, you see a room with some things in it. Racks
Huh?
of weapons line the walls of this chamber. Spears, swords, crossbows, bolts. A dozen dirty red cloaks hang from hooks on the wall. By the door, actually. To be specific.
Anything look better than my short sword and short bow?
Well, a quick
This
glance
goes
around the
in there.
room reveals that there are two items that may be of magical origin.
What?
To be specific, there's a short sword with a +1 enhancement, and about 20 arrows with a +1 enhancement.
Mine.
Oh.
Or if anyone has a bow, then they can also have the arrows. But
I have
Stop.
a javelin.
I've got a bow. I can't really use it very well, but
I have my fists.
alright, we can split 10 arrows between us.
neat.
Yeah, I think I can use a bow, but I don't have one. Because I shoot lasers.
Oops.
Alright, now how do you find the short sword? Or I'll just add a +1 to my short sword.
Well, there's one in the loot bag.
Alright.
The arrows too.
Okay. And mine. Then I'll take 10 of these arrows. I think you can choose that.
I dragged and dropped and it just cloned it, so I just reduced the one I had by 10.
Okay.
Delightful. Moving through the hallway, you don't kick up much dust. From the entry door to the T section to the right.
Well,
Don't-
nothing in here I care about.
Nope.
Meow.
You know. Yeah, it's probably one more session in this dungeon.
Well, you don't know of any ways to go further west, despite the fact your dwarf friend insisted that there was.
Can I investigate?
Yeah, so you can investigate in this room looking for hidden entrances or exits.
I
For
may have already
the-
hinted at one's existence, if you actually paid attention to what I say instead of just moving through the dungeon.
Yeah, it said in the southwest there was a thing.
Wait.
Oh.
Southwest.
Over
Eh.
there.
No, I didn't mention anything was there.
I think
What
you-
if-
I might have said southeast and I misheard.
What Barry? What do you smell?
The door to the southeast was in Coprios.
Yeah. Ignore me then. Just hearing things.
Well, you know, I can always give you an idea roll, which is an intelligence check at disadvantage, to see if your characters are smart enough to realize what you missed.
I'll do that.
Disadvantage.
With. Yep. Nope.
Let me
Disadvantage.
attempt. Since I also have.
They're the same in score.
Oh, well, now I got a disadvantage. That 20. Oh,
You know, the room with the dust, I did mention that it ended in a T section,
Yeah, you mentioned that.
and it's a
Yeah, which
fucking
means it's gotta
corner.
be-
So
Well,
one of
the-
those endings is going somewhere that isn't a door. I wonder why.
I'm gonna go look at it.
It ends going east and west.
I'm gonna go west.
There's one thing I wonder. This is just like let me just wave my hand mystically at the camera, as it were. I wonder how, like, so many dungeons are oriented north south, and sometimes they get cheeky and they're like east west. Why don't I ever see dungeons that are aligned diagonally? Like, the grid doesn't have to change, but it's just aligned diagonally. Is it just a universal rule that all square rooms must align with the cardinal
Feng
grid?
shui.
It's the feng shui, my dude.
Yeah, if you don't have everything aligned north south, then I mean, come on, where's the energy flow supposed to go? It's like not having a west facing window on the third floor. You just don't do it. Basic stuff here. elementary,
West
really.
facing wind.
Window on the third floor.
I'll be back in 1 second.
That's
Opening this
considered
door
incredibly poor luck.
has revealed a storewoman work area. This area is the north end of a large natural cavern. But it has been finished with dressed stone, block walls, and a flagstone floor. Several barrels are stored against the walls, along with a number of empty crates. Straw for packing, hammers, pry bars, and nails. The cavern continues for some distance to the south. You can make out several passages that open up in a larger cavern. Oh, it looks like a deep pit and crevasse in the floor. That is once you move through and actually see those things. But that's up to you.
Dizzy got up for a second. That's
I know.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in.
Ah, discovery.
You wanna know what gets me? These guys have a professional packing operation for their stolen wares.
Yeah, but
They're
let's
good
just harass
fences.
locals for some reason.
And then we put
You know-
them neatly into boxes with straw for packing safety.
You know what's weird? Okay, this is so I gotta point this out. This is like a meta thing. You ever notice that sometimes like the bandits or whatever, the Noboseri, whatever you want to call them, the thieves, their operations sometimes are literally almost legit, but they still decide to do the whole crime thing.
Like the obvious crime thing.
Well,
Cole-
yeah, crime
Mhm.
families run like pasta shops and whatnot, fish markets.
Those are cover operations.
Yeah,
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. It gets to the point where the cover operation and the stuff that you can basically run is like almost more profitable and safer to run than the dumb gang stuff where your guys
Criminals
get
tend to
shot and
operate on
shit.
a principle of power and greed more than they tend to operate on this is a safe business investment.
Imagine that guy who who was thinking, man, maybe we should go straight. And you know what happened to him? He had a skull thrown at him.
hey, remember, they're protecting the people of the town in big quotes.
A cold breeze fills this large natural cavern, carrying with it the faint scent of decaying flesh. You can hear rain dripping from the south. A crevasse divides the cavern and is flanked by two rough stone columns that support the 20-foot stone ceiling. Two arched wooden bridges span the chasm. That's luxury, man. Why do you have two stone wooden bridges? And why are they not aligned properly with the passageways?
That seems excessive.
This is a 5-foot detour. Optimize your operations.
Yeah, especially if you're like carrying long things like around, they have to go
Oh,
around
gosh.
that corner.
I mean,
You
the
have to-
S
you
bend
have
is
to
the
do
problem.
the whole like couch thing here.
But with the cliff crossing the bridge.
I float next to you as you do.
I very, very pensively crossed the bridge.
Apprehensively would be the proper word.
I apprehensively.
Apprehensively.
Definitely wait for the massive metal man to cross the bridge before I go. Because if it's gonna fall then.
Stompy
Yeah.
stomp. Across Tanya
Zip
goes.
on over.
There are two doors over to the west, Abigail. One to the north and one to the south. The one to the south is filled with rumors, which is to say people going like, ah, yeah. I play my blue eyes white dragon. Yeah.
Any noise
Hey,
from
that's
the
at
north.
least a semi-meta deck these days.
It's always a semi-meta deck.
Da da
noises
da
from
da
the-
da da.
Keep giving it bloody support.
Well, yeah, but at least it's still better than the Dark Magician support.
Point
Yeah.
is, they seem to be filled with revelry.
Well, at the door to the north.
The
Any
door
noise?
to the north. The north to the door. Go ahead and open the door of your choosing.
Wait, I have a thought. I have a real quick thought. There's a lot of people in there, right?
Yeah.
What if I make like a big old fog cloud, and then you use your lantern behind it, and you cast a whole bunch of backlight on Tanya, who then goes in and tries to scare the hell out of him.
Could
Sure.
do that.
That'd be like the coolest intimidation ever.
I'm all for a very dramatic entrance.
Tanya is all for dramatic entrance. out of character. We're gonna open the wrong door, and it's gonna be skeletons on like this
You
door
can
and the
hear
other
them.
doors.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
south we hear people.
Oh.
Skeletons
First-
never appreciate the theatric.
Before we do
Yes.
that, I want to see if like I hear anything coming from the north door.
The north door is quiet.
That's the skeleton door.
Yeah, we'll
Good.
do that next.
Okay, I was gonna make room for myself by going into the other door, but all right.
That
I'll
would trigger the skeletons.
That's the like everything is a spear and sharp thing door.
Well, go ahead and
Alright.
cast all your mightiest spells.
I'm gonna make a fog cloud right as the door opens, or we can have a Batman moment.
I'm gonna unlock the door, but I'm not gonna open the door. So,
The door's not locked, so there's no unlocking required.
Then what I'll do is I'll step back and I'll ready an action.
Hey Tanya, get your butt in there.
The door swings wide open. From its billows a cloud of immense fog. Standing within it, several strange lights, and a darkly lit shape. Several feet tall, muscular, dangerous, strong-looking. Roll me intimidation with
they'll-
advantage, please.
Then the roar of a crowd. Wait, no. Roar your intervention.
Okay, and no, roll with
Advantage.
God dang it! I did. Okay, I did it.
So
And then the roar of a crowd erupts.
the
as
figure's
the
moderately
door opens.
intoxicated from the fine aged open cask ale. Tastes like piss.
Yummy.
Some of them immediately fall out of their chairs. They hear the heavy clank of a boot against the ground. They stare up and yell something about the headless horseman, or something of the sorts.
Both of those things are false.
They skitter and scamper, and unless you intervene, they're just gonna run the hell out of here.
We're gonna intervene. This is
No,
the
no, we let
reckoning.
them. We let them go for now. They'll be too scared to come back. Depends on the speech you put in.
Indeed, as you hear their sounds become ever more distant, until eventually, nothing.
I hope they didn't alert anyone else.
Their running might have, but oh no, not the pronouns! I'm melting! I'm melting! There are only two genders! Bubble, bubble, bubble. Just a big pool of piss on the ground.
Also, here's what just
around that.
happened.
They left behind much of their gambling on the table, which includes some rare tradable card game cards.
Ooh.
Oh god, they're playing Magic.
You know, I would have them play Magic since this is a WotC product, but I just want to know why the professor from Tolarian Community College keeps saying "and at least one other" and never mentions Yu-Gi-Oh by name, even though I think that's what he's trying to say.
Wink.
Or maybe it's Flesh
Possibly
and Blood.
Pokemon.
No, he does mention Pokemon. It might be Flesh and Blood. I don't know. Maybe WotC has like a deal where he can't mention Flesh and Blood in the same sentence as Magic.
That or Konami is like a prick or something. It's hard to tell.
Konami is a prick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There's some
I'm
videos on
gonna take.
YouTube,
I'm gonna take the cards though.
here we go.
I will become the king of this in every other game.
Anyway, I threw all the coin into your coin bag. Oh, that should be floor plan.
Yeah.
There you go, your money.
Maybe also if they left their weapons too.
All the cards that they've left behind have been scattered around because, you know, they moved away with haste. Unfortunately, none of the cards are well preserved, so you're going to have to re-sleeve them.
Damn it.
Also,
Someone's gonna
remember, if
buy
anyone
these
wants
if they're not
anything
mint.
carried, I can carry it for you.
However, because they are thieves and probably stole from ye local friendly game store, these are not bad decks. So if you wanted to, you could probably have a good game night with them.
Oh, good. They're not a competitive level, so we can actually have fun.
Although odds are that one of them has like a Black Lotus in it, which is just the one.
Look, at least I could sell that.
Picks up one of the decks, sees like 15 cheaty faces. That one lives.
Or like a pen mark through one of the lines and it changed the ruling.
Oh my god, Claire. Imagine if Ashleen had an cheaty face deck. While we're in the middle of playing, she just sort of moves her hand, and there's one on the table. She never touched it.
I mean, you might joke about this, but considering that Galarian already has sophisticated enough technology that printable tarot cards are becoming a thing, like tarot decks are becoming a thing that people just buy and use for games. So yes, I imagine that actual collectible trading cards might be a thing. I mean, hell, it's a world full of monsters. You don't need to invent any. Just use the public domain of real life.
Get
I mean,
Vi.
it's like baseball cards now.
And
Yeah.
you all and it's a rule and it's a game that probably starts with commanders, like your adventurers, your big heroes who become stronger over time.
What is it, Bella?
I see your trickery inserting Cheaty Face into a deck, and I insert my illusionary top card of the deck is Cheaty Face.
Okay. I have a better one. I have my ability to object teleport things from another dimension without even moving.
There's a reason why the judges in this world have the capacity to detect magic.
Down we go.
I mean, it goes anywhere from, indeed, teleporting in cards to just altering the text on a ruling so that the other person reads it wrong. Behind this door, you hear the sounds of bullying.
Bully.
Big
Wait.
bullying.
Can we do it again?
Alright.
No, it's
Hey,
like-
but worked once.
By the way, I will legit hero point the intimidation just to like.
Look, I am glad that Osling's just over the top stupid idea worked.
This is great teamwork. Goblin, your moral support.
The Goblin's just
Yeah,
like,
I'm
what
doing
the hell's
great.
going on?
Or we could do it with the goblin this time.
Wait,
I don't see how I could help. I'm just kind of appreciating the joke.
Wait, no,
piggyback
you're-
the goblin and have them
No, no.
spread their arms out.
He's the hype man.
Yeah.
You gotta add some.
Whatever they say, you just gotta echo in the background with a low, intimidating voice. You have feasted well. Feasted well. But no,
hell
these
is
ones
sure.
are bullying. I think we should beat up a few of them, or else the illusion won't work too well. We have like killed half of them, but you know.
Yeah, but like, there's probably a greater number in there, and scaring them again would be awesome.
Fine, we can try. I can do that spell literally all day.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's no reason to not to use this as a tactical advantage.
All right. So what are you doing?
Same thing.
Yeah, we're doing it to play.
Roll me your advantage intimidation.
All right.
Claire.
I did.
It's the hash slashing, it's the bash mashing, it's the crash cashing. No! It's the hash making slasher.
The hash slinging slasher.
No, it's. Ugh, listen, I only know it in Dutch because that's the one that I saw as a kid. And by the way, Dutch dubs are fucking great because they put in the effort to make that set of lines work. It's great.
Also, a low rumble of thunder.
Listen, the
upon
way they
the-
said Nosferatu was great.
How do they say it? I want to hear this.
It's just. I don't know if I can find it for you. But it did preserve the charm, unlike some dubs of the time, which were like, I'm saying the lines in the flattest way possible, like a radio announcer announcing that there are bombs falling on France.
Jesus.
Holy shit, we're all dead. Ain't that something? Alright. Despite everything, Tanya, it seems that these fellows have themselves some spooky monster who doesn't care much for what you're doing. This creature appears humanoid, but its shape is jagged and raw. Sort of like if you threw a whole bunch of raw rocks and cement onto a human being. From sharp claw to a single large, unblinking eye, which turns to you and you feel rot in your heart. Which is to say, they're gonna throw down, baby.
Okay, it turns
That's
out
its
they
weak
have a.
spot.
Yeah, I quietly let them know. It turns out they actually have a real monster.
Ah, real monsters.
Kenny, the gig is up!
Oh no. Time for the height goblin to get in there.
Hype goblin, yeah. Hype goblin, yeah.
Jump over here. And then on this dummy.
Wait,
Target. There we
I'm not a dummy.
Yeah, you are.
Wee.
dummy.
Criminal.
Got
Give him a shanking.
And I'll use my feint so it has advantage.
Ugh. Roll me that sneak. By the way, your sneak attack damage you can just roll off the cuff by using the dice tray at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
13 damage. Oof, that's a. Don't mess with the rogue, they say. Don't mess with the rogue.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, why is it doing a 9?
Because it's 2d6. And they roll a 5 and a
Yeah.
4.
Wait,
It's
when does
chunky.
it improve? Because it just says...
Sneak attack damage of the rogue is half their level, I think. So it improves every 2 levels.
It says an extra 1d6 to one creature you hit.
That's because that's the base feature. And then it's like reference the class chart to see what your number actually is.
Yeah. It has sneak attack damage listed at third. It's 2d6.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's the old, unlike 2E where they made the rogues sneak attack way different. It's just a bit more straightforward. By the way, rogue with fighter expertise. That's the most terrifying gestalt you can build. Because holy shit, fighters in that game are nasty. Give an extra 1d6 and ouch! Anyway, this creature's gonna focus its gaze on someone in the room, particularly at Tanya, because that's what it was looking at. Tanya, thou art targeteth by a rotting gaze upon thine soul. Con save, DC 12.
That's
click-
no
Con should
problem.
be
Just
your
click
best
yourself and then click that button that says con. Institution. Do it.
So wait, I clicked it.
You click yourself and then you go
So
to the
click
chat
your
box.
icon.
Like above the damage,
And
there's that save DC.
saves.
That's a button.
Yeah, and you can go and click con like this.
Yeah, I'm clicking. It doesn't do it. But
If you
I
you need to have yourself
Oh my God.
selected. Like you need to have a token
Yeah, you have to
selected
click your own
for it to
token.
affect.
That's,
You resist, but the creature's strange gaze still has an unnerving touch. It does not blink, it does not move, it is permanently fixated on your irises, of which you have
I don't
two, yet it focuses on both at once.
yeah, I don't like this thing.
That's why it's pissed.
You're in a
Apparently
hallway.
Did not like her little. Yeah, it didn't like her trick.
What do you do?
Everybody's a critic these days.
The hell's the Neopet behind it?
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. I thought it was closer for a second there.
Did you know?
Okay. So I'm get that. That's what they're bullying, Claire. Obviously.
Works.
It looks
Yeah,
like a
so-
kobold, so I understand the urge.
I am going to Razor Wind on the big thing because I'm assuming Tanya's going for it.
Da, 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 da. Miss.
And then I'm still going to use my martial focus to
Also, you cast a
slashy
spell.
slash.
You cast a spell.
What?
1d10.
Oh yeah, yeah.
By the way, there's something I wanted to point out that has kind of annoyed me, and honestly, it's a thing that's really starting to make me just not like Pathfinder 2e. I read a forum post, and someone is like, "Oh, you're running Abomination Vault. Don't forget, you should remember two rules. One, your player should always be able to take a rest, which in Pathfinder 2e can take up to a day because of how hit points work, unless they have like a focus point based healing. And it was also like, by the way, don't combine encounters. Enemies will never ever join fights or anything because that's too dangerous. And I'm like, okay, so we're running a dungeon that moves at the slowest pace possible, but there is no punishment for this. Dungeons do not repopulate, they're completely static. Enemies don't combine, despite that being the whole fucking point of a dungeon. Does 2e even know what it's supposed to do with itself? It's like, we're going to do a dungeon, and it's Emerald Spire, except we're doing it way worse, and it makes no sense. Also, there's no loot because the loot clamp has been punched down. It's really bad. Anyway, hit this guy, and you fuck him up all the way to death. Like, I don't know what to think about that. It's going to come up, and not going to come up in Extinction Curse, but oh boy, it's really coming up in my Abomination Vault game.
And that is my turn.
It's like, oh, they don't do this. Like, come on. Listen, if I'm low on health, I'm going to run to another fight and get some friends. I'm not going to sit around. If I know there's something going on, I'm going to get some friends. I'm not going to sit in the room just because the combat balance is so fucking stupid. Ugh. God dang it. Why are all these set to edit mode? Bella, one wielding a glistening blade, steps out from the cavern that you had so eagerly glanced through, and it will glance at you.
Wait, where is this?
To your east, Bella. It's over here.
You mean Claire?
No, you.
Oh.
It's over this
Oh,
way.
I didn't
Noah.
see that. Okay.
Well, you don't have to see it for its burning gaze to burn into you.
Question: Is that magic?
Yes.
This magic, yeah.
Mimic.
You're not looking at it.
I mean, I presume you start looking where you feel the nibble and burn of its gaze.
Yeah. So
Oh! I mean, it's not really a spell, but, you know, I think it perfectly fits if you just start mimicking random bullshit.
okay. I wasn't sure if it was like a spell or.
Now, I'm
magic
perfectly okay with you
talent.
mimicking whatever the fuck you feel like. There's a limit. Like,
your
you can't
key
mimic,
ability
like, a
check.
dragon's breath, but you can definitely mimic something like this. That, you know, has a discernible magical origin.
You stare right back at it.
Nope. Don't get it.
Unfortunately, it's a little bit... but don't worry, you get a hero point because you rolled a 1.
Yay.
Don't forget
Wow,
that
those
2
are
hero
you
points
know
will
what?
get you an automatic success, and 3 will get you an automatic crit.
You know what? Heck, I'll advantage the intelligence check.
Okay, in that case, you don't get a hero point, and you spend one instead.
I
Yeah,
thought
you cannot use the hero point on the roll you got the hero point.
I mean, you can spend the 2 hero points you already have to make an automatic success.
alright, well.
So
Nah,
you won't gain one then.
I'll just fail that anyway. I don't need the gaze.
Tanya, you move up to
Freaking
this guy.
Guild Mage. All right, I'm going up to the gazer. I'm going to
Rock 'em,
swing
sock
at
'em.
it. I'm gonna rock him, sock him.
Well, hey,
Okay,
that's a hero
gang.
point for
Hero
you.
point.
Yeah, just
Ding.
Look at all those green damage numbers.
yeah, of course. Yeah, that's
Abigail.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna look at that bugger and be like, hey, no. I'm gonna go inside. Oh, hey, look at that kobold.
It's a rubber bolt.
Hey, schmeck.
Ow! My head! It hurts!
And then I activate my abuse sequence to blur. That
He
one's useful.
immediately retaliates. He throws his cloak at what he thinks is you, which means that he just rolls normally.
Disadvantage.
But he can use the cloak to give himself advantage.
Ah, okay. Well, ouch. Wait, no. I'll end my sequence to negate 5 of that damage. So I take 3 damage. Aha.
Kenny.
Why is that guy so sad?
Who's sad?
The evil mage.
He's looking
So
pretty blue, yeah.
sad.
He's looking pretty
He's-
blue.
Jump onto the end of this bed and then faint and hit him in the face.
I don't think he has much of a face left after that one.
Yeah.
He somehow cut his face off with his stabbing sword.
Hiya!
Oh,
Chink.
yeah.
Fire! Sorry, fox reflexes.
Don't forget, by the way, in 5e you can totally move, attack, and then move some more. Or move, kill a dude, and then move some more. If you feel like it, at least.
Yeah, I'll jump forward a little.
Claire,
Use the momentum from the stab.
Tanya. It's
Yeah.
a multi-attack against you.
oh no.
And a rotting glance for the gobbo.
Oh no!
It's like the rotting gaze, but a little weaker. Nothing to you. 2 claws for Claire. 1 hits for 8.
Wow. Okay.
Its claws are tough as stone and damage your thick exterior.
Okay, I am going to. I'm going to use Guiding Strike on a Razor Wind. So I roll with advantage.
Oh no.
Whoops. Okay.
Who is getting guided struck? Poor guy.
This dude.
Oh, no resistance. It's not very common in this system. Don't worry about him. 2e goes
minus
nuts
1
with them,
to
but this one
AC.
does not.
Also, D10.
Wild magic!
Well, it's because eventually I want
Well,
to
not a
see.
1. One
Yeah,
day
you
I'll hit
get-
it.
You get 10s, but not 1s. You bastard.
Anything
Only on
else?
the D10. No, I'm happy where I am.
Scamper, 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 scamper. Da-da-da. It then throws its gaze at the one person it can see, Abigail.
It's back for you again.
Actually, no, we're going to make that a rotting glance because it's going to move in. It's got speed for it. And it raises up this fancy sword that it's got. Anything special on it? I think it's just a 1d8. We'll just use its claw attack for this. For the attack roll, at least. Bada boom. That's a 13 on you, Abigail. And bada boom. That's a 16 on you, Abigail. The sword it wields possesses a magical twang.
So one of those hits.
Excellent. Oh wait, it can't. Okay, so the damage is actually pretty much. It is 7 damage on a swing. Whoosh, whoosh. Tanya, there's 2 of these things now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep attacking the one that I can't. Why can't I target it? Okay, there we go.
Accidentally.
And
That was an accident.
oh my god.
Oh, you rolled a 13. Why are you upset sounding?
No, I was like, oh my god, it worked.
That
Or
is
did it
AC's
work?
one lower.
Who are you hitting, Claire? This guy? This fine
I was
gentleman.
hitting the one in front of me. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You want to use your
And I'm
opening
gonna
strike?
grapple. Yep,
Give him
gonna
the old grab. His athletics is
grapple.
12. You got him in a firm lock.
Can I slam him since I grabbed him?
Well, there is this thing called pile driver, but
Oh,
that's
yeah,
if you already have him grappled.
Oh yeah, okay.
But for next turn.
You'll get
was
that
holding.
bonus damage too, because you got him gripped. Don't forget, Claire, your boast also triggers off of grabbing things.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm a boast for
I got a hostage.
yeah, boast.
Abigail!
Got the chair.
Alright. Bonus action. Let's just see what the Nothics, resistances are and whatnot. With Scout.
I mean, this feature would be way more useful in 2E because 5E really does shy away from things being resistant or vulnerable to things.
Okay.
Probably because it's like half damage and double damage, which is just a huge difference.
Oh, I mean, might as well use my bonus action for something while I have it.
Excellent.
And then
Go ahead.
Schnack. Oh, alright. Scout, in case.
Delightful.
Which I think investigation. Nope.
Or wisdom and
Then-
perception. How nice. You can pick and choose. Well, the guy next to you sure gets the ouchies. His unblinking eye never ceasing to look directly at you. Da-da-da-da. It's a wizard. He holds a staff that looks almost like a glass. He raises it up firmly and incants an effect onto you, Abigail.
Oh no.
Oh no,
Oh no.
you'll feel the
Okay.
effect.
Abracadabra.
Oh no.
He demands that all of you will become completely stationary. You have a resist. Delightful. Gosh, I'm so used to 2E
that-
where it's like, oh, but this thing still happens. No. Save or nothing.
Abigail's like, no.
It's second level, so I can't mimicry it because it's more than half my level.
Shouldn't it be half your level rounded up? Since, that's how spells work.
Then if I can do
Yeah,
that,
actually-
I'm just going to take a la look, see. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's rounded up, dude.
alright then. I'm a
Yeah,
I'm just
learner.
gonna, wait,
modify
give me a
your-
moment. Give me a moment. Taking an extra
Yeah.
close look
Oh.
here.
I'm momenting.
If you can spell, see like spell equal spending. Okay, with counters because greater than half your class level. I think it means rounded up because that's how most that's how casters work. Like if you were a sorcerer, you would have access to 3rd level spells now. So 2nd level spells, I mean. But you still fail. Kenny, it's your turn anyway.
Wait,
Yeah.
does that add my proficiency bonus? I mean, it's still low, but
I don't want to become this intimately familiar with your thing, with your sheet. Let's take a look. Ability
Well, I
check
mean, I
with
guess
proficiency bonus, yes.
yeah, I'm just wondering if rolling the ability check adds the proficiency.
So you basically have an investigation roll, yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm
Kenny.
gonna faint and then stab this thing.
Terrifying.
Go
Bullets
for the
being
eye.
grappled.
You know what makes? Don't forget you can shift click to just auto roll with advantage. The
didn't
scariest
know
part is when a rogue gets a crit because their sneak gets doubled. Ooh.
Hey, I could also re-roll one of those.
Oh, oh
The
yes.
Double advantage.
Just roll the attack again flat.
Yeah.
Man, even with everything going for you, to be
We're
fair,
not meant to make this hit.
it's probably because its gaze is still gazing straight at you, Or glancing. It's also very preoccupied with clawing the shit out of Tanya. Oh
Ah,
no. Well, luckily you get a hero point for that.
ouchie.
And then you
And
take 6
it
damage.
just explodes.
Tanya, you're going
Yeah,
to
no.
need to get someone to buff out all those scratches on your chest.
They will be annoying.
Aisling.
Okay. So, what would be a good option here?
There's a wizard outside.
Actually, I could just make a fog cloud. He couldn't use line of sight spells on us.
Oh god.
Honestly, do it. Just F him up.
Breaking
Ruin
breaking line of sight is the best way to bully a wizard.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast fog cloud right here. Just like lean in, fog.
Oh yeah, it is heavily obscured. I keep forgetting that it's not
You
it's
could
not
just-
obscuring mist.
You could just close the door.
No, this one's more annoying.
The wizard's like, what the hell?
So how big is this fog cloud? Can you post it, please?
Let me double check it.
It's called fog geomancy, so please.
Yep, it's right
Bullying
here. Bada boom.
was the best part of these games.
It's a 10-foot radius. There you go.
So I'll just get fill this whole hallway up right here.
Delightful. D fucking lightful.
Just
Not
one
even,
tribe.
he's so pissed. He's just not even sure how to react to this.
Hey
was
Claire, how
already
would you like to make me a rotting glance?
I mean, I'm using that thing as a shield, aren't I? Yeah, I'll do it.
And then it goes for Aisling on the claws.
One
One
of those
hit
gets me.
for 6 on you,
Easy.
lady. They're going for the magic
Fog cloud?
user because they know that magic's bad news.
Wait, why is... Oh, I gotta reselect my token.
Also, your fog cloud, so. D10.
Tanya, you are currently
Or is that-
firmly
I did.
grasping.
I got a 6.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be.
Oh yeah, if it is concentration, you have to.
driver.
Oh no, it isn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Just
pile
make it
driving
nice.
with my.
Oh no, it is.
with advantage because of my boast.
Before we go on,
Nice.
Aisling, can you please roll me Constitution saving throw because you did take damage and you were concentrating on a fog cloud.
With advantage.
I don't know where you get that advantage from. Please explain.
I have the ability as part of my casting tradition of easy concentration.
Oh yeah. Well, fucking go for it, baby. The DC is 10 or half the damage, I think, whichever is higher. So yeah, you're good. Okay,
Fine.
Tanya, you're still firmly holding on to this thing. You have boasting, so you have advantage on your next attack roll.
Yes. And okay, so that's. Wow, really low. But that's.
That's
yeah.
still 8.
You're gonna use a pile driver on him,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use power.
but that does take your martial focus. Don't forget that.
Oh, I can get that back, but yeah.
Oh gosh, he takes 8 damage. Ow, ow! And they knock him into the ground,
Yeah, I slam
I
Which
it.
just
means-
take a con
which
saving
means that
throw.
everyone has advantage on attacks against him. Abigail.
And he has a con saver. He is stunned next turn.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
does it make his con save?
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
does that
Nope.
does that trigger a boast too?
I don't know. I think not.
No, I don't think so. I think it's only if I reduce him to 0 hit points or I succeed grapple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a critical.
Here.
You have
Then
advantage on this one, Abigail.
And also, you need to have martial focus.
So I shift click to advantage.
Yes. He's prone and tied up, but oh gosh. Oh Bella.
This
Magic.
evil mage is like, what the fuck just happened?
The magic man comes rolling through the clouds, stumbling over his Nothic.
Nice of you to
Whoa!
join us.
Hello.
Ah!
Welcome to close combat.
He then ducks into a corridor. Yes?
Did he run out of my range?
Yes.
Ooh, he just ran at least past me.
Ah! Swords are hitting me. Those hurt.
He ran past all of us.
Oh.
They did run past all
Am
of
I
you.
allowed to
Claire, attack of opportunity him. Bully
Sure.
this man.
Wah.
Unfortunately, his
Wow,
armor
I
class
think,
is well. That's a hero point, so that's nice.
I think you're maxed out on hero points, Dizzy.
Yeah.
Well, he does
I'll start
take
using
one ouchie, so that's nice.
I was gonna laugh if he just got like shredded through the hallway.
He raises his
He
finger
dies.
and unleashes magic missile.
Oh, this dude's a nerd. Okay, he's next.
Yeah.
You're lucky I
Basically,
wasted my
just
reaction.
On who?
I presume he's gonna do 4 damage to the person who hit him, at the very least, which would be Abigail.
Alright.
Then probably the biggest, scariest thing in the room, which is you, Tanya. And since he's a spellcaster, he probably isn't a proficiency to know that Ashling is responsible for that fog cloud, so everyone but Canny gets a little pew pew of 4 damage.
Okay, so I take 4 damage.
I appreciate you not considering me a threat.
But you're small and in the corner, and you didn't even hit him.
And since he's
Alright,
here,
okay.
I've stopped focused on the fog cloud anyway.
Fair enough, no worries. Yeah, oh,
I feel like I should probably just continue hitting this thing.
it's on the ground.
Kind of
Disadvantage.
Sorry.
Like, if you want to be real cheeky about it, you hit him, and then you go over somewhere else, and you give advantage on someone else. But hey, that's up to you.
Shift click.
What the heck?
Do it again. No. None of it.
Hero point.
You know,
Yeah,
I
hero
d-
point one of it.
I just wanna. I mean, you can always spend 3 hero points to get instant critical. But one thing that I really like, or 246 has, is that Como is a monk in 2E, and he has been consistently rolling less than a 10. So despite rolling a bajillion attacks, he keeps missing. Okay, so that's 10 plus sneak. Oh, that's a solid blow. These things are pretty sturdy, though. Unlike the dudes who are like easy, these guys are big tough.
Yeah, then I'll step back to help against the wizard.
Claire,
They suck.
it uses its arms and tries to break free and fails. Wiggle wiggle.
That's not. No, we're not doing that, buddy.
Well, it
Sorry.
still can gaze at you in pure you bully anger. It's for you, Claire.
No, Tane, you're done. You don't understand what's happening here, do you?
Bump his eye into the ground so he can't look at you anymore.
Bella, you can. Oh wait, no, use your reaction.
Oh God, fuck, Claire.
Wait, I just realized something. It's time.
Ashling, it's your turn.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't see. I saw stuff in the way. I'm gonna float on over to this guy because I don't like him very much, and I'm going to teach him about sword magic.
Not the sword.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to hero point.
Might as well.
The Tanya special.
That's a hit.
Ooh, that is 9 damage to him.
9.
2 from my dueling style.
Terrifying. Seeing its master under attack, it reaches for Aisling, burning
Baby.
a hole in the back of your head, apparently.
Oh God, I hope you save that.
Ooh. Critical.
Tanya.
Tanya picks up holds up the Novik and chucks it. I'm hero pointing this.
Then you do not attack with disadvantage because range attack. Don't forget that.
So I am.
All right, roll me that axe damage and then roll me a 1d8 plus your strength for the damage if that's relevant. We'll see
I
how that
thought
goes.
Rotting Gaze has just done basically nothing.
To
which is
be
good,
fair,
'cause-
you guys have been rolling really good on those saves.
Just not on the hits.
Tanya, attack roll,
Oh, I-
please.
Oh, I have to roll the bow because I don't have ammunition for the axe because he used the bully axes.
You know, Claire, if you were very intelligent, you know what you would do? You would just learn how to use the fucking the dice tray, or click yourself, and they go strength, proficiency,
Or
like so, with a d20 attached.
or just make inventory slots for small
How do I-
creature.
How do I
medium
keep
creature.
messing this up? It's like this. Yeah, there you go. That's how you do it. God dang it! Even I can't do it anymore. Claire, are you rolling
Okay,
or
look,
what?
Yeah, I'm rolling, and then
Utterly whiffing. That's a strength check, Claire.
So I rolled a hero. No.
You hover over and you click the plus.
Oh, what?
There you go, Claire.
Also, additionally, you have enough hero points. You could probably whatever. Anyway, you huck 'em. Roll me 1d8 plus 3, please.
Right.
Although I'll let you take that 9 if you want to.
I'll take the 9.
Oh wait, no.
Guaranteed.
You just killed him with his thing.
Yeah, look, I saw. Look, yeah, I told you. It's time.
That was a
Abigail.
frightening lizard.
Wait, you
Alright.
know it'd be hilarious, Abigail? That thing
Yeah.
moved in and out of your attack range.
I didn't have a
You've
reaction.
already used a reaction, but
Yeah.
it's like you just jump up and cut it out of the air.
But what I will do is I will attack the duder that's close to me. Like a short sword.
Hey, you hit him.
Yay.
Wow,
Kenny! There's a prone Nothic next to you.
There's a Mortal Kombat voice actor in your head going, finish him.
I imagine that the bunk bed that used to stand here has been completely crushed by the fact that a wizard was hiding there and then just a whole guy was thrown into it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Hey,
I don't think you need more damage than that, but if you want to, you can roll me your sneak attack for posterity's sake.
just out of spite.
Like I said, you can
Man.
totally just move over and use your bonus action feint to help someone else.
Yeah, probably good idea.
Ashling, the little
And,
gobbo, makes a nuisance of himself to give you an advantage.
Yeah.
So I will use 2. I'm gonna use my last spell point because I'll just take a break after that. Oh wait, no, I have a couple. I'm going to. I can use guided strike.
Ugh.
Actually, I'm gonna use 2 spell points. I'm also gonna buff my damage to 2d8. So, and I get to re-roll one of those.
You can
16.
And my damage is actually. Oh, I forgot to hit augmented blast for my damage.
Still
Okay,
better
so-
than the other ones.
Ooh. Augmented blast. My.
I also hit him with razor winds because that's my usual.
The Nothic, seeing all the damage around it, it's gonna scamper out of here.
So like everyone.
It beats retreat, dropping everything it has to give itself the slickest escape.
Do we stab it on its way out?
I'm gonna
There you
tackle
go.
it.
I put the things that he dropped in your inventory, which includes this and this. Oh, it consumed it. Really?
Great.
Here you go. Yes, you can make attack opportunities if you insist. However, it appears that he beats his retreat with the greatest of ease. Whoosh! Out of here.
Apparently, no one, like suddenly, no one wanted to roll over a 10.
It was all the stuff you dropped.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely distracted by the free stuff.
As you can see, the free stuff is a healing potion. That's pretty nice. There's also a spell tablet of augury, which you can ask a question and it will answer it for thee.
Ooh.
Which mostly tells you if something is a good idea or a bad idea, like that old TV segment. He also dropped a cool sword, which it just rolled the attack. That's not what I wanted to do. How do I post just the text of the? Can I? No, I don't know if I can do that. This +1 longsword's hilt is work in the shape of a bird of prey with outstretched wings. It once belonged to a great knight named Aldif Tresendar, known as the Black Hawk. It is said a weapon glows warm when a nearby orc tells a lie.
That is such a specific thing.
That is the kind of thing you get because you have been angrily dealing with lying orcs for just one too many times.
I'm gonna take that sword though.
Marvelous.
So,
With this, the dungeon has been cleared.
yeah.
Hooray.
With a little bit of looting, you will also acquire some other cool things, including a scroll of Fireball, a scroll of Charm Person, which were found in the wizard's quarters, And on the wizard himself is an item of quite some interest. It's a staff of defense.
Staff of defense.
It's a glass staff, but it's strong as an oak.
Does it have any special abilities?
If you look carefully, you can use it to cast certain spells. Unfortunately, how much of this loot carries over is up to debate, because you will start your next session imprisoned a few weeks, months, who knows how long later.
Wait, what?
Kept in captivity in the hands of the underground folk known as the Drow. As you helped your dwarven friend clear out the dungeon, so too did you have a run-in with those of the underground. And as anyone from the surface knows, it is best not to stay away from the sun for too long, for that is where the dark gods dwell, where mutation and chaotic twisting and turning is the ever-present threat, where creatures who think nothing of life live and wallow in filth and depravity. It's also a place where magic acts fucked up from time to time, so that's great.
What did
Oh,
our
great.
employer get us into?
Also, finger pistoling when it comes to the whole losing our equipment for being captured thing. Extra dimensional storage.
By the way, I'm just gonna say, I'm hoping in my mind that Nothic is like breathing heavy, you know, thinking they got away,
no,
and just
Claire.
sees in the distance, we run at it.
No, Claire, you know what the best part is? The Nothic runs out, right?
Right.
He's like, oh god, do you guys know what just happened? Looks up and sees the other guys we scared out.
Well, they can all
What
have some.
happened? This
fun to-
thing, it pile drived my friend and threw him into the wizard and killed him.
Oh my god, Brock Sampson.
Like,
The
Claire,
Nothic.
we actually really scared those guys straight. Because they're gonna be afraid of this night for the rest of their lives.
Yeah,
The
this is.
demon eye friend. Actually, I know what would scar them even more. The Nothic is like panting, telling them about the rogues. The rogues are telling them about Tanya. Tanya teleports in front of the Nothic and grabs it by the eye in front of them.
Oh god, because I've done that to you before.
Yes. Oh my god, he has Speedy.
Speedy's already dead. That was one of our first combat things, Dizzy. There were a
Yeah.
couple of goblins. We're not going to tell your character about this, by the way. There were a couple of goblins around a fire that had kidnapped someone related to our employer and helped kidnap him. And they were on the other side of a thicket, a small thicket line. So we were trying to figure out how to ambush them. And Ashleen looks at Donnie and just says, "Do you trust me? Take my hand." And as soon as they connected hands, all of a sudden Tanya was standing next to one of the goblins, who she then picked up and pile drived into the fire.
Don't explain anything to your friends.
I also choked down a boss that
That we were supposed to keep alive for information.
Look, you know, I was in the moment. Honestly, I kind of became Brock Sampson for a second.
That was also the same thing because we were on a cliff with a little way you could sneak through if you were careful next to the boss. And instead of doing that, this time I just grabbed Tanya and teleported her next to the boss. It was like, what the? And then just grabbed him and choked
Well,
him.
at least this time we discussed it beforehand.
Hey, those were just goblins. I figured we had it. Yeah, he was busy trying to tell us how to actually pronounce his name.
Yeah, I was choking him out. The point was, Tanya is a glory-seeking Warforged.
And Ashleen is someone who just enjoys playing with magic and doing things that she thinks are heroic.
Zoinks.
She's also not very used to human society.
Fun hero time.
Who wants to be a hero when you can be a fun hero? Also,
Yeah.
A Firo.
I think I promised 2 extra talents for everyone as a result of
Oh,
this
you did?
underground thing, right?
For
Yeah.
the time skip. What were they?
Wowie zowie.
Just 2 talents. Pick and mix,
Oh,
baby.
Yay.
Alright, then I'm going with the ones I suggested for myself.
This is to
then.
compensate for the fact that you're going to lose most of your shit. Because you did
Yeah,
not
'cause I can
prepare before you got yourself arrested.
And I can only store so much of it before they would notice.
also, you probably wouldn't put your armor in it because you usually just wear that. So, Don't
You know,
don't
Yeah,
get
so
too
the best I
cheeky.
could do is some of my weaponry would be in my storage. Like, actually, that sword I picked up would be there because I'm currently using one.
I already have a sword. I don't need a +1 orc lie detecting
Well,
sword.
Yeah, I mean that's weirdly specific. I'll get a different +1 sword later.
I mean,
It's
this
like on
is
fire or
this is
something.
what happens when you have a setting where magic is a primal thing. It's like you're a fighter who fights a lot of orcs. It's like, I'm so sick and tired of them lying to me. That you incidentally enchant something with pure frustration.
I'm thinking what I would have in there. So I have most of the healing potions, a couple of these magic items we just picked up, that coffee, which I actually don't know if the coffee does anything. I just kind of got it, uh, and the explosive javelins.
The black tar coffee. Upon consumption, you can expend 1 hit point as if taking a short rest. You can also recover 1 feature or item that normally recovers on a short rest, or instead of that, expend 2 more hit dice. The cheap variety is particularly dangerous. At 1 hour after consumption, you gain 1 level of exhaustion that recovers on a long rest.
Good to know. And my javelins are all in there.
Because it's basically cheap ass coffee.
Also,
I,
if I Claire, if I spend a spell point, I can manifest the thing in my hand instead of having to pull it out of a portal.
oh,
But it late, so I should go to bed.
Yeah.
Everyone
Go
should go to
sleep.
bed.
uh,
Including
I,
me.
by the way, I want Master of Fear